You are listening to Round Rock ISD Football, presented by Covert Ford. Now let's head to the field with Zach Epstein.
Welcome, everybody. It is time for some high school football late in the season action. Final game of the regular season for the Stony Point Tigers versus the Manor Mustangs. I'm joined here by my partner in crime, Coach Mickey Bouchon. Well, my former coach, Mickey Bouchon. Coach, how are you feeling tonight?
Things are great, Zach. Glad to be back. Had a few weeks off. Had a week where you did the game by yourself, and then the last two other coaches were, or other announcers were doing the game for our Tigers, and time to see us finish up the year on a strong note.
Yeah, absolutely. Have some, definitely a lot of playoff implications with this game, but also a lot of other games.
I don't want to go through those implications, Zach. It's pretty jumbled.
Oh, there's about 8 or 9 different scenarios that could happen tonight. We're not going to get into that, but just know that Vandergrift is going to look like the runaway district championship, going 6-0 this year so far in district. And just quickly running through the district standings as they stand tonight before any of these games get kicked off, we do have Round Rock in second place at 4-2 in district, 4-5 regular season record. Westwood 4-2 in district, third place right now in district with a 7-2 overall record. McNeil sitting at that 4th spot, 3-3 in district, 5-4 overall. Vista Ridge at 6-3 overall record, 3-3 in district. And then we get to Stony Point and Manor, who are both 2-4 in district, so looking to improve and get to 500 on the season, as both teams are also 4-5 on the year. And then in last place tonight is Cedar Ridge, coming in at 2-7 and 0-6 in district. So that is going to round out the district standings. We're going to actually kick it to our commercial break, but we'll be right back and discuss, the other games going on in the district, as well as a preview for this match tonight. So we're going to kick it to our commercials, but we'll be right back.
Longtime McNeil parent Brian Kerman is a realtor who works for RE/MAX Capital City. Brian is involved in helping Round Rock families buy, sell, invest, and lease properties in the greater Austin area. He has been doing so for over 24 years. As a thank you to the community, he will be honored to donate $1,000 to your favorite booster club or other 501c3 if you use him and you close on a property. We hope you will contact Brian for all of your real estate needs at 512-921. Bush's Chicken is a proud supporter of area schools, athletic programs, and booster clubs. With stores in Cedar Park, Round Rock, Georgetown, both North and South Austin, and our newest store serving Pflugerville and Hutto. Bush's serves the Texas standard in real hand-battered fried chicken and crispy tenders, tasty rolls, and that famous Bush's sweet tea. Bush's Chicken, proud supporter of area schools, athletic programs, and booster clubs. The Texas standard, Bush's Chicken. It's good, good, good.
I've always wanted an EV, but until I saw the sleek Ford Mach-E, I didn't know just how exhilarating it could be to drive one. The Mach-E is the perfect balance between power and utility. And with features like adaptive cruise control, in-dash entertainment screen, and lane monitoring, my daily commute to training is effortless. If you're looking to make the move to the Mach-E, visit Covert Ford in Austin, where you'll become part of the family. CovertFord.com.
If you're looking for a special medical spa to bring out the beauty that's in you, come visit us at Ginger Allure Med Spa. At Ginger Allure, we treat our staff and patients like family. We're here to embrace, enhance, and showcase your natural beauty with a full range of services such as injectables, laser treatments, permanent makeup, microblading, and more. We provide free consultations for all of our services to answer any of your questions. Visit us online at gingerallure.com or give us a call at 512-709-0161. Ginger Allure Med Spa, the classic approach to a new you.
Are you looking for a little something extra to get your business noticed? At Ideal Signs, they specialize in custom signage and large format digital printing in a variety of media. Their in-house design department can work with you to create custom artwork to your specifications. They'll work with you to conceptualize, design, and produce any custom projects or idea that you might have. Call 512-930-7446 or visit signsforsports.com. Ideal Signs, family owned and operated since 1969.
The Lodge Poker Club is a members-only card club offering a wide range of daily and tournament gameplay. In Round Rock, just off exit 251 on I-35, the Lodge now boasts the largest card room in Texas with 82 tables, comfortable chairs, and 40 75-inch TVs. The Lodge provides fully trained dealers and on-site security with state-of-the-art camera system to ensure the comfort and safety of our members. Open 24 hours a day. More information at thelodgepokerclub.com or call us at 512-614-4045. Visit Maze Street Boutique in Round Rock for all your shopping needs. Whether you're looking for a special gift or that perfect outfit that everyone will love, we have you covered. Come visit us in-store or shop us online at mazestreet.com. We appreciate your business and thank you for shopping local. RJAC Pressure Washing, Epoxy and Stain. Veteran-owned and operated, serving Central Texas. For the last 10 years, residential and commercial services available, here for all your decorative flooring needs. Call us at 512-593-8567. That's 512-593-8567. You are listening to the Horn Webcast Network, powered by iHSFAN. If you're interested in advertising on or privately supporting this webcast, please reach out to us on Twitter at iHSFAN. All audio rights of this webcast presentation belong to iHSFAN, and any intent to rebroadcast or retransmit must have express written consent from iHSFAN.
All right, y'all. We are streaming live, about to go into kickoff. It's about 8 minutes and 20 seconds away. So we do have a bit of time here before we get underway with the first kick. And the coin toss, as you can see on your screen, it looks like it's senior night here at Manor High School. Always a good time for, the band, cheerleaders, dance team, and the football team to be celebrated on what is the last night of the regular season. And for a lot of these teams, and, Coach, for potentially the last time they ever put on a uniform ever. So it's a very special night tonight. I know that it's definitely an emotional night as well for these seniors especially.
No doubt, Zach. I still remember, it's going to take you back, 1983, played the Miller Buccaneers, beat them at Buccaneers Stadium in Corpus. Still remember that night like it was the back of my hand. It's a very special time for some of these kids. And a lot of them, like you said, they'll never wear that cheerleader uniform again. The band kids will never wear the seniors will never wear that uniform again. And the football players will definitely never put on what they go through every day. So, it's pretty exciting.
Definitely, and especially when you think about just the season that both of these teams have had. We've been following Stony Point, luckily, since the beginning. Got a couple good wins out in the regular season, and then moving on to district play. It definitely got tougher, but, just this district, it seems to be improved. Historically, a couple of these teams, Westwood, McNeil, who are now potentially playoff bound, have struggled in playing on against these Round Rock schools. So it's a bit of a interesting year historically when you think about it, but that doesn't really matter tonight because we have a great matchup between Manor and the Stony Point Tigers. And looking around the district tonight, as we mentioned, the district standings earlier before we cut to break, McNeil was taking on Cedar Ridge tonight and has a chance to lock in their playoff fate. Westwood is playing Vandegrift, so two of the top schools in the district facing off, and two of the top teams in the area, to be honest. I mean, Westwood is 7-2 on the year. Vandegrift 9-0, obviously a very touted ranked team, has not seen much competition up until this point with that 6-0 record in district and 9-0 in overall season. Other game tonight is Vista Ridge versus Round Rock, so that will also be a good one. Two of the middle pack teams kind of facing off, so a lot of good action around the district tonight. And Coach, I'm just really excited to get this one going. Seems as if the senior night parade and festivities are coming to a close, and I know all these teams are excited to get going. Yeah,
there's no doubt. You can look at this as the end of one season or the start of another, because as we've talked about, just probably more than our listeners want to hear, Stony Point's a young team, Zach, and they're not the only young team in the district, but they are a very young team, and off-season is going to be huge for these guys. And to end the season with a big win on the road at Manor, a perennial playoff team who's gone deep into the playoffs recently. So they just they have their hands full tonight, but it sure would be a gem to end up on.
Absolutely, and you talk about just leading into the next season. It really is pretty quick how quick, you can kind of change the pace here. I mean, obviously, you take maybe a week or two off, but then once it's December time, you're already back in the weight room, early lifts, thinking about going on the field, throwing the football around with receivers just to stay warm. And then you get geared up for spring ball, which, is a whole other beast itself. So it's really almost like a full year-round sport when you really think about it and consider, summertime they're doing 7-on-7 and also speed and, weight camp in the morning. So they're involved with their teammates year-round. But like I said, it's going to be interesting and always a change in personnel. Younger guys have to start stepping up in the place of the seniors who aren't on the team anymore. It's not I get another year. It's now. You have to step into this now, and it's just a whole game changer once this game will be finished, as you can tell, Coach.
Exactly, and I can go directly back to with you and Hayden. Remember our breakfast club we would have together, and before school, quarterbacks only, and we'd go to the weight room and have nice, easy little workouts on our abs and our shoulders because, we ran the option, and I expected you guys to be able to take some pounding, and to do that, we had to have weight training in our shoulders that a lot of guys don't do because it's specifically for building up certain parts of your body. And we didn't do that during the period because we had other stuff we were doing, and I expect fully for all these kids to do the same type of stuff.
Yep, and it really just goes down to now who's going to step in the next play. And Coach, those are some of my favorite memories of our breakfast club, going to Smoky Mo's. Such great breakfast tacos. But anyways, that was always fun, and I know that a lot of coaches out there like to attempt to just take the next step because it really is them putting in their time, taking time away from their families to put in the extra miles to go make sure that the team is moving in the right direction. So it's full of commitment from both parties and everybody else. And here comes the Manor Mustangs coming out with some smoke screens.
I guess they want the smoke, huh, Zach?
Absolutely. They look like they are fired up tonight. It is senior night. 2 minutes to kickoff here, folks. So we're going to get going pretty quickly here. It looks like both teams are now ready to just take the field and get going.
Yeah, Coach Cheshire this year has shown he's not worried about getting out there early. That's for sure.
Yeah,
he's going to wait, and they're going to get out there and run through the Stony Point sign when they're good and ready to run through that sign, Zach.
Absolutely.
And here they come. They're bringing the smoke as well. I think they just lit it up because they saw what Manor did.
Absolutely. So Stony Point coming out, Texas flag, and both of these teams rocking very good-looking uniforms tonight. Stony Point in the all-white uniforms, iced out with the white hats, white jerseys, white pants, white cleats. And on the other side of the turf, we have the Manor Mustangs, and they still have the smoke grenades going. They look good, too, coming out in their best Texas Red Raider attire, but making it their own, looking at black helmets, red jerseys, and black pants. So it is a good-looking game tonight. Again, temperature here on the field, about 69 degrees. Going to be a beautiful night tonight for football. Not too hot, not too cold. And I expect us to not see any rain, any precipitation. So it's going to be a good one. Going to be able to throw the ball around and see, some of these good teams and these playmakers try to make some plays. And one thing that we did notice just looking at the sheet here, it looks like Manor is going to have some guys going both ways tonight, which, is definitely something to keep in mind as, place snap count definitely takes a place. But Stony Point obviously looking to just get a win. As you said, Coach, this is really just a program win. Both these teams could potentially make the playoffs, but we won't really get into that too much because I'm not sure if it's really going to be there. But right now we are going to take a break and go and listen to our national anthem. So we'll be right back. Well, that was the national anthem, folks. We are super excited to bring this one to y'all. As we've mentioned multiple times before, can't really wait to get this one underway. I think it's going to be a true, really good game between two teams that, definitely have something to prove. And I think that all year they've been able to fight. Both teams have been able to win some games. But right now, sitting at 2-4 in the district rankings, not in the rankings, but 2-4 in district record. So, getting closer to that 500 mark for district. And like I said earlier, would love to finish the year. Both teams are 4-5, so potentially could get to that 500 mark, which would always be a good mark of a great season, being in the plus column. So we're going to have the kickoff here in a second, but looking right now, they're going to have the coin toss out there for Manor. It looks like number 3, Elijah Proser, number 58, who is JT Thomas, and number 55, Nakia Wilkins-Lee, and number 4, LJ Carter. So that will be the Manor Mustangs who are out there. And it looks like on the other side of the ball we have Micah Miller, who's a DB out there for Stony Point, as well as number 42, Luca Rangel. And here we go. We have the decision. So it looks like Manor will be receiving the ball here, as Stony Point most likely deferred. We've seen them do that plenty this year.
Yep, they sure did. Once again, they win the toss and defer. They're pretty good at that.
Absolutely. So also out there on the coin toss was number 27, Aaron Jones, and number 6, Aiden Green for the Tigers. And now we will get a chance to see our first crack of this offense. Manor, this year has got 4 wins underneath their belt. Obviously been able to move the ball in some situations, but going to play a stout defense tonight with Stony Point, who has a lot of seniors and juniors on this back end who, make it a tough defense to face every week, no matter who you are.
Yeah, we've seen really stellar play from different guys in our defense this past year. Our defensive end outside linebacker play has been really good. We've got a safety who's a junior, and he's committed to Cal. We've got corners who really locked down. A couple games where we've had issues with PIs, but outside of that, we've really done a good job with our secondary play. So
this is a team, Manor, who has beaten McNeil in district, also beaten Cedar Ridge, taken losses to Vandergrift, Round Rock, Vista Ridge, and most recently Westwood. Last week they only lost 28-21, so playing one of the best teams in the district, very close down the line. Should be a pretty competitive game tonight, as we also see on the other side Stony Point getting ready to kick the ball off. So Lucas Garcia, number 32, will be kicking off. Noah Lopez, number 35, will be kicking off for us tonight. So He is taking his first steps, and the ball is away. So that is a good kick to the back of the end zone. It's going to bounce probably about at the very back of the end zone, probably a yard away from the end zone, out of bounds line. And we'll see our first offensive unit for the Manor Mustangs here tonight.
Zach, I can't tell you many years where Manor hasn't had some really, really explosive players on their offensive side of the ball. Look forward to seeing if that's the case tonight.
Absolutely. So Jason Zaravets is going to be their quarterback. He is number 9 out there calling the shots. He is a senior. So they come out in a ace formation, fakes the handoff. Screen is dropped in and out of the hands of, I believe that's number 8 for Manor, Cam Lewis.
Okay, here we go.
So, yes, we send a man in motion, and back to pass on the corner route, has a man open, but the ball gets hit there, and on the coverage, that was Shane Werner. Shane Werner got there a little too quick for the ref not to throw the flag, and that ball was intended for Johnny Buhendawa, and he is a junior, so he goes up there, almost makes the grab, but just right out of reach, and, that is going to be a penalty call. So we probably will see the ball moved up here. They're just taking their time. Yep, that's going to be first down automatic with that penalty call. So, that's been something that's been plaguing Werner, a lot of this year is, jumping the gun, being there a little too early. It's very tough for those DBs to get their eyes around and try to avoid that call.
Yeah, when they get put on an island, they don't get much help or any help at all. It's tough on an underthrown ball like that where the receiver can make a reactive play.
So handoff up the middle here for Manor. That goes for about 7 yards. Ball is at the 40-yard line to snap and is now going to be at the 46-yard line. So Manor working their way up the field here. And working quickly, Coach. They're going no huddle, and they do have cards that have pictures on them. So, not sure what those necessarily means. Every team has their own kind of unique language, which is great to see. Trips to the left. Quarterback throws the ball out wide, and making the grab for Manor cannot get a number, but he made the grab out there and took it up the field and got about a yard. So ball will be at the 47-yard line, and on that play was number 22, Ernest Lockett for Manor.
I'm not going to lie, Zach. It's pretty tough seeing these numbers on their jerseys. They blend in pretty well.
Absolutely. So handoff here up the middle again.
And
bounced outside.
And there's no one out there.
So bouncing it outside, and man, the running back right there, very quick. Again, hard to see the numbers. I think that's L.J. Carter, who was out there for the kicking, for the coin toss. He takes the ball outside, and very quick, Coach. I mean, he was out there and got the first down in a second. So ace formation here. Zaravets takes the ball, fakes the handoff, and they do another slip screen, which is eaten up by Werner, who makes the play out there. Still a gain of 5 yards. So this Manor team is dinking and dunking their way down the field, and it's definitely working for them. Yeah,
they have numbers out there on top to the short side, and they just ran a quick screen out there with their, whether it was play action or, let's see.
Yeah, audible here. We do have a ace formation running back to the right side. So, and again, that's L.J. Carter joining Jason Veritas in the backfield. So fake handoff there. Has a man open, just overthrown there on the coverage for Stony Point, number 7, and that is Micah Miller. So he makes a good try, but that is just a little bit of an overthrow, miscommunication by the receiver.
You're right, Zach. He had him. He had a couple steps on us, and quarterback wants that one back, I can guarantee you, because he for for them to get down the field and continue drives, they need to hit stuff like that. So,
Yeah, ball intended for Jaden Buck there was a good play for Stony Point getting bailed out there. But, again, would love to have that one back. Zarados takes the snap, hands off again to L.J. Carter, who tries to bounce it outside, keeps his feet, and ends up driving ahead for about a first down. So, again, moving the chains there, and that was a hard gain on that last yard there to get the first.
Yeah, we had him in the backfield, had a chance. He made us miss in the backfield and kept leaning forward and picked up a first down. That was a very good run by him, just unfortunate that we missed the tackle right there.
So, twins to the backside, wing back in the formation, handoff again to Carter. Carter getting some space to work, and he doesn't need much to get going. Very quick, and this O-line is making some holes for this, this zone type of run offense that they've got going right now. Just letting them choose where the hole is, and he's quick enough to hit it any time.
Yeah, they seem to be having their way up front right now. Something's got to change, or else we're going to have some issues stopping this running game.
And long drive so far, taking about 3 minutes off the clock since we started. 9 minutes to go in this first quarter. Back to pass, just off the tips of the hand. And, again, that was Jason Zarvedets throwing the ball out there, out wide to number 8, Cam Lewis. So a bunch of these guys have not come off the field yet for Manor, as they definitely are wanting to keep the ball moving quick here. Third down and about 2 situation from Stony Point's 22-yard line. Handoff, and that's Carter. Man, they just give it to him on third down, and he just gets it. First down.
Yeah, Zardovitz, he throws a pretty ball. He just receiver needed to catch that last one, and he needs to put it on him on the deep ball, but he hasn't had anyone in his face, and he's having plenty of time to do what he wants to do, so we got to change that.
Yeah, need to bring some pressure here to maybe get them off their pace, because right now it's just been all Mustangs. So snap here, ace formation, fake handoff, and a great play. Wow. And that was number 2, Heesong Yang. So potential touchdown-saving swat there from Heesong. He came out of nowhere and made that play, baiting the quarterback to throw it. And, Coach, any second later, that would have been a touchdown.
Yeah, Zardovitz put it on him right there. Actually, a receiver needs to hold on to that one.
Absolutely.
And we made a great play. We just made a great play. Good ball. Kid got his hands on it, and we just made a great stop.
And it's this play action, quick, handoff to Carter, and that's just working for this team right now. And some good pressure. Ball gets complete out to the fullback, number 34. And that was Cooper Huff who got the ball, who gets about 3 or 4 yards up the field. And a broken play turns out to be a positive one for this Manor Mustang offense, moving the ball actually up about 7 yards. But we do have a flag on the field.
But it's waved off.
Okay, waved off. So it will be second down, and, yeah, they kept moving the marker up and down. But second down and about 7 here. Third down and about 7 here. Sorry, folks. They keep changing their mind on me.
Yeah.
But we got trips out to the left here for Zardovets. Manor comes out to pass. Another tunnel screen here. And trying to make the play is, wow. He got in there. So Cam Lewis gets tackled almost down, but he just keeps his legs moving it for about 5 yards and just mows his way down into the end zone, getting to score and crossing the ball over the plane. So touchdown for Manor.
Yeah, I don't know what their read was, but they ran a screen to each side, and he chose obviously the right side. And now
for the kick. So as we saw on this drive, Manor's got some playmakers, and they are not afraid to make some plays happen. So touchdown right there for Cam Lewis. He comes off the field, big body wide receiver out there. They've been trying to get the ball to him multiple times on that drive, particularly in the tunnel screen. And it makes sense, Coach. He's athletic enough, big enough to go make a play anytime he touches the ball.
Yeah, I don't think up front's an issue so far, and I really see some skill kids that are going to be an issue tonight.
Absolutely, and it just makes sense here, Coach, that they wanted to strike quickly because, with people having to play both sides of the ball, you got to understand that later in the game, these might not be as easy, is what I'm trying to say, especially up front. Whenever we have offensive linemen, defensive linemen, clashing all game, one person's got to give, and it just depends on how long you're out there. But a long, sustained drive for Manor, taking about 4 minutes off the clock there, making it 8 minutes to go in this first quarter.
Sure, and that was 3 minutes and 56 seconds, and that was a lot of physical football right there. They smashed us up front. They made some nice little passes out in the flats. The only time we got some heat on him, he was able to scramble right there and get it out to his football leaking out in the flats. So worked out for them. It's time for our offense to get going, though.
Absolutely. So Victor Villalba is going to be kicking off tonight for Manor, and he'll be the kicker. So back to receive for the Stony Point Tigers is Aiden Wheeler, and it looks like Tristan Rhymes. So they're back there, ready to receive the kick. And we'll get to see what Stony Point's offense can bring to the table after seeing Manor basically walk down the field and score. So kickoff here, and it's a short one, folks. So bounces about the 15-yard line. Got to get on it. And Wheeler, makes a smart play and grabs it, but, gets only down to about the 17-yard line.
It's making a living the hard way, Zacharoon. That's tough. Had he come up and caught it on the fly, he could have had a little bit of a running start to go there, but that's okay. It's our ball on the 20 or 19-yard line. Left hash, we're ready to roll.
Absolutely ready to roll, and that's just the awkward placement where the ball was. I think he could have maybe run up and he just tried to play it safe. Anyways, took an awkward bounce, and anytime that ball's on the ground is always crazy in football. So trips to the right. Kenneth Kalbas has some pressure in his face, but takes off and, just gets back to the line of scrimmage. Flag comes out. We saw Aiden Green also out on the field there, so he has been mostly used as a, running quarterback situation coming in for the Wildcat, but seeing both the quarterback and him out there last time, and it's going to be a holding call.
Not how we wanted to start this drive, Zach. They go down pretty cleanly and take it right down there and score, and we come right out and have a holding call to put us behind the chains.
And so, yeah, not the way you want to start, of course, but, still going to be a first down situation here. First down about 20, ball at the own 9-yard line. And pressure got there pretty quick that time, Coach. So hopefully, offensive line needs to lock it down next couple plays. So snap here. Kenneth Kalbas has time, drops back, and just takes off and runs, makes a move, and just gets back, gets about 3 yards on that play. So Kalbas already running for his life back there really quickly, and not really seeing the field develop enough to be able to deliver a strike to some of his great receivers that have been awesome all year.
He's had heat on his right side where he's a right-handed quarterback, so any heat off that right side, it's right in his face, so he can see it coming, but you still have to do something about it.
Absolutely. So tight formation here to deal with second down at about 15. Fake handoff, rollout boot. Kenneth Kalbas has a man open. Tristan Rhymes, who makes a play, and great catch in the midst of two defenders. Looked like that ball might have been just picked off, but then Tristan comes out of nowhere, snags it, and makes it a manageable 3rd down and 3 situation.
Back out in the flats was wide open early, and he just gave that time for the drag to come across and wide open. He made a great play right there. Good ball, better catch, good stuff.
I saw the flat open up immediately, thought he was going to hit him there, but, waits for it to develop a bit. So Kinnick hands it off here, and on the
we
run,
got a first down.
That is Aaron Bolton, who is the junior, carrying a good good amount of the carries this year for this unit, and we've seen a three-headed attack all year. But Bolton definitely has been playing very well and is starting back there tonight. So he gets the first down, and that's got to feel good for this offense as they started off first down and 20, gets the first down, and now you can get moving.
Now we got a sigh of relief. We got a first down under our belt. We can get things rolling from the 30-yard line instead of starting on our 20 and having a 10-yard penalty to start.
So Tripp's coming, Kenneth Calbus rolling out, and he just delivers a great ball while being hit. And that is to Tristan Rhymes once more. So, finding his best targets early and often, but Kenneth Calbus had pressure almost immediately, but still delivers a good ball. Again,
we have heat in our face. This is not going to end well if we continue to have to fight through that pressure.
And it's these speed guys on the outside, Coach. Not much size, but you can tell they get back there quick, and that's one of the reasons. So Calbus drops back again, handoff to Bolton, and he falls forward, gets enough. I think that's going to be short of a first down, be about 3rd and 1 here for the Tigers.
Yeah, need to keep this thing going. Need to keep this thing going right here with a first down. The way things operate these days, there's a good chance we have 2 downs to make 1 yard right here. So let's see how this shakes out.
Man in motion. And handoff tries to go outside his Bolton, and he gets coughed up right there. And that was a great tackle there by Manor, number 20, who is Israel Randall. Does a good job tripping him up, and it is going to be a 4th down situation. It looks like the punting unit will be coming on the field.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. 3rd and less than 1, and we lose 1.5 yards to make it something that's a little harder to go for.
A little bit harder to go for, and almost had a block on the outside there, but Bolton just tried to extend a little too far out. And here comes the boot. It is a good punt and takes a nice Tiger bounce inside. Will be right about the 18-yard line where Manor will have to begin their first drive. So
second drive,
yes. So Manor coming out with about 4 minutes left. So both teams taking about 4 minutes with the ball there. One team goes down to score, and one team ends up punting the ball away. Manor will see if they can continue their success on this drive. And Stony Point defense, especially that defensive line, front couple guys, needs to step up here, get some pressure, and try to make things a little uncomfortable and not as easy for the quarterback back there.
Yeah, something needs to change as far as that goes, because we can't have the quarterback just standing around doing whatever he wants to do.
So trips to the right down the screen, and pressure does get there, and Zarvadas goes down in the backfield for a sack. So, Coach, just as we requested, Chimeo Onyaka and company come back there and make it happen.
Yeah, Zardavets didn't have a chance that time. We had someone in his face. Doesn't look like he's a guy who's going to want to tuck it and just take off. He's going to move around to give himself time to find someone and throw a strike. So that's a good job.
And that seems to be the key for this defense right now, is to try to get pressure. Chimeo Onyaka is lining up at defensive end right now, typically lineman, and he knocks over a guy, but wrong guy right there. So ends up being a good run, and I think that was Carter on the run again for Manor. He is a good hard runner. Makes it 3rd down and about 5.
Yeah,
though.
3rd down and manageable after we get a great play previously. Now let's see what they can do with 3rd down and medium.
So this would be a big play here if Stony Point can limit them to a couple yards or even get them off the field here with the punting unit. And then here comes Manor coming out with the ace formation, twins on both sides, and pressure is coming. Looks like the flag might have come out, but Zardavets takes off, and he gets a good amount of yards back and the first down, so ball will be out at around the 40-yard line, around the 35-yard line, apologies. So he takes off and run, Coach, and he had a lot of room to work.
No doubt. And it's sure enough, I say it doesn't look like he's going to look to take off and run and be a threat that way. We completely got eat up on this left side and just turned him loose.
So ball out on the bubbles on the swing pass there to the running back, and, still gets about 5 yards. It's just seeming that that's exactly what they get on every single time they put the ball out to their wide receivers. It's not much. It's not deep down the field shots. They're just trying to make 5 yards every time.
I would feel pretty good if I was them, trying to get those skill guys one-on-one with any guys we have to offer. That's probably a big part of their game plan, and they're getting that right now. And if they make us miss, it's going to be a problem.
So here comes a motion by Carter. And looking for that swing pass. Again, pressure in quarterback's face. And now they finally get to him. And that's Tristan Butler on the tackle in the backfield with Chimeo and Yaka. So really good job there by the team getting to the quarterback and making it a 3rd down and long situation.
Yeah, 3rd and 8's a lot tougher. But if we rush and lose our lane integrity and give up a full side and let him just take off, that could still be an issue, but I think we'll take care of that this time. So Chima's over here, and I don't think, they're going to run a screen,
and he sniffs it out. Yeah, he sniffed it out immediately, Coach. Great play recognition by Chime. He was about to come straight at the quarterback and realized it's going to be a screen, and he snuffs it out. Great play there.
That was a wonderful play by a high school defensive end / defensive tackle right there. He recognized it and got his hands on the back, and, boy, that was really good defensive line play.
Played very well, and, some of those guys would see that free run at the quarterback and just think it's too good to take, but he played it absolutely right and got the tackle for a loss anyway. So back to receive the punt is Tristan Rhymes. He's pretty close back here, so not expecting a deep punt, and he's catches it right where he stood. Takes off, and wow, he's got some room to work.
Got some wheels.
He got some room to work out there, Coach, and gets it all the way down inside the Manor territory. So Kinnikalbus and the team for offense is coming out with an opportunity and great field position.
Wonderful field position right here, and it's set up because obviously there was some scouting done ahead of time by the special teams guys because we were very tight up there, and it was a short punt right to us.
So good job by the Stony Point coaching staff to kind of understand where to be on that play, and it ends up in a good result. And so now this offense hoping to carry some momentum that they had stalled out last drive into this drive. Now that they're operating at the opponent's 36-yard line. So Kinnikalbus drops back to pass, and he fires over the middle and reeled in. That is a nice grab by Aiden Green, who, again, is that backup quarterback, Wildcat guy who's really just a utility player. Kind of compare him to Taysom Hill, can do a little bit of everything out there.
That's a good call because I'm telling you, there aren't many times you put Hill in the game and he doesn't get it and take off. Well, Mr. Green's the same way, just from a different spot now.
Absolutely. So not first down, but second down here. Handoff fake up the middle. Kinnikalbus has room to work here, and he takes it up the field. Gets close to the first down, still a little bit away, so that will be a second down or third down about 1, but I believe that will be the end of the first quarter. So that's what the refs were showing, and that will be moving us to the second quarter now. So we're going to take a quick break here and just bring you a little bit of word from our sponsors, but we will be right back.
I've always wanted an EV. But until I saw the sleek Ford Mach-E, I didn't know just how exhilarating it could be to drive one. The Mach-E is the perfect balance between power and utility. And with features like adaptive cruise control, in-dash entertainment screen, and lane monitoring, my daily commute to training is effortless. If you're looking to make the move to the Mach-E, visit Covert Ford in Austin, where you'll become part of the family.
If you're looking for a special medical spa to bring out the beauty that's in you, come visit us at Ginger Allure Med Spa. At Ginger Allure, we treat our staff and patients like family. We're here to embrace, enhance, and showcase your natural beauty with a full range of services such as injectables, laser treatments, permanent makeup, microblading, and more. We provide free consultations for all of our services to answer any of your questions. Visit us online at gingerallure.com or give us a call at 512-709-0161. Ginger Allure Med Spa, the classic approach to a new you.
And we're back live here, folks. Don't forget to please show us some love on YouTube, liking and subscribing to the channel iHSFAN Network. And you can also join in and listen to all the other games going on in District right now on this network on YouTube. And try to get them to jump there. I think that's going to be a false start on Stony Point, however. Really important coming out of those timeouts. Coach, I've heard this one plenty of times. You tell each other in the huddle, don't move, don't move. But somehow it happened there. So it will be, I think they're actually calling a neutral zone infraction or maybe an offsides here. So giving Stony Point the first down.
We'll take it.
Take it. It looked like a false start from up here. But I guess ref saw something different. We'll take it. First down. Yeah, definitely not complaining about that one, Coach. But we have first down here. Tight formation towards the sideline. Fake handoff. Kickoff feeling comfortable. And almost throws an interception right there. Really good play recognition by the linebacker for Manor to come out there and help with the wheel route coming from the running back, Bolton.
Yeah, they tried to send the receiver inside on a skinny post, and then after he was on the skinny post, hopefully get that corner to jump in, but he stayed right on it and did a great job.
Yeah, and Stony Point up to this point has not been running the ball as, consistently as we would, are used to, Coach. It's usually that ground and pound running game, but Kenneth Calbus over this year has stepped into a great role and feels super comfortable dishing the ball out. So handoff here to Gomez. Going to be a timeout on the play for Stony Point. So will be the first charged timeout, and we're going to take another quick break, just bring you a word from our sponsors. But before that, just wanted to let you all know this is iHSFAN presenting Round Rock football with our title sponsor, Covert Ford, really powering everything. So please like and subscribe to the channel, and we'll be right back.
Looking for a little something extra to get your business noticed? At Ideal Signs, they specialize in custom signage and large format digital printing in a variety of media. Their in-house design department can work with you to create custom artwork to your specifications. They'll work with you to conceptualize, design, and produce any custom projects or idea that you might have. Call 512-930-7446 or visit signsforsports.com. Ideal Signs, family owned and operated since 1969.
So we're back again. So quick timeout there, and Stony Point in a good spot here on the field. Haven't been able to get into the end zone just yet, but a chance here at the opponent's 22-yard line. Second down and 10. Fake pitch here, and defense not fooled at all. Wrapping up Bolton for that tackle, and that was Eddie Robinson for the Manor Mustangs.
Yeah, looks like we're going to be third and long, Zach, and I would guess we have two downs to get it. Don't need to get it all here on third down because although we do have a great kicker, we want to punch it in on this drive.
Absolutely, and just hoping to not let that field position go to waste. But here we go. Calbus back to Bass. He has some protection. Over the middle is Gomez, and he takes a shot over the middle, gets down to the 15-yard line, so it will be a fourth and about 3-yard situation. Decision time here for Coach Cheshire. He looks pretty confident leaving the offense on the field here. Don't think we'll see the kicking unit. So really big play right here, especially Stony Point. Maybe coming out here hoping that you can get them to jump once more, but definitely got to draw something up here. So we have a tight formation, trips down to the bottom side of your screen.
Well, we're 4-on-3 to the trips, so you would think we have numbers inside to run the ball.
So timeout here by Coach Cheshire, trying to get and dial up the exact right play. But we're going to take it. We're just going to stick here, as we've seen some good plays so far from the Stony Point team, but it's just been choppy so far. Nothing really smooth sailing up to this point.
No, can't really get it going. Haven't been, like you said, haven't been smooth sailing. It hasn't been smooth at all. Choppy, definitely. It's been choppy because things are going well, and then we get a penalty. Things are going well, then we get a bust. So we just need to be more consistent.
And it's different because you look at Manor and they're just throwing the ball behind the line of scrimmage, handing it off here and just getting 5 yards almost every play. But it's a different style of offense, different style that you got to play here. So I think we're going to be seeing the kicking team here will be seeing a field goal. And, again, kicker this year is Noah Lopez, who's been great so far, has a very powerful leg. So we'll see if he can boot it through right here. So 4th and 3, here comes the ball.
Up and got it down, and that looks like it's up and through.
Yep, wow, that could have been good from about 60. No, I'm joking, but it looked like it was good.
He sure thumped it, that's for sure.
Absolutely. I mean,
that's a good way to get back right in the middle of this thing.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So 3-7 here for Stony Point and Manor. And apologies on the screen, do not have the actual updated score, so 1 second. And we should be good now. Oh, no. It's not 5. So 7-3 here for Manor and Stony Point. And we should see, Manor kind of stalled out their last drive because Stony Point was able to get into the backfield and cause some disruptions, something that we did not see on the first drive where they really just looked unstoppable, just moving the ball down the field every time. But these skill players for Manor have been able to make some plays, and this offensive line has also been able to push and shove around, except for last drive.
Well, the last drive we talked about we need to get the quarterback off his spot, and 3 of the different downs we kind of had him on the run. One time it worked out in their favor, but 2 of the big plays in that drive were us getting to him at the line of scrimmage or behind.
And Lopez, who just booted it through to give Stony Point Tigers on the board, boots it down the field, and it's like a squib kick and fielded at the 5-yard line. Here comes Manor and dragged down to about the 24-yard line here. So Stony Point defense will take over, and the Mustangs offense will take the field.
We need our defensive line to keep playing like they played the last series.
Cause some disruption because the goal of this offense is to get the ball out quick, especially when they're throwing it, and to just, find some seam to bust it through on the run play because they're running a lot of zone and just letting their running back basically find a crease and make something happen. So we do have twins to the top side of your screen, single receiver down to your bottom, and an up back in the backfield. Motion here. Handoff, and that's snuffed out about a yard, an inch, make it a 2nd down and about 9 situation for the Mustang offense.
Looks to me like somebody had a talk with Ochime and said, all right, that's enough. This is your senior year, last game of the season possibly. You need to turn it up a bit because these last 2 series, he's been pretty tough to handle.
That's something you got to love to see. So handoff here again to Carter, and that's Alvarado standing him up in the backfield. So a couple times he was able to bounce out there and make some big plays last time. This defensive end and linebacker staying home and making that play. So good job there. Makes it a 3rd and 8.
Yeah, getting used to the speed of the game. Not that we haven't seen speed all year. There are plenty teams we've played this year that have plenty of speed. But it's still, first couple plays of first drive, you kind of feel things out. Then once you get lathered up, you kind of have things under control. And it looks like our defense is starting to get things under control. Sprint out.
So Carter, again, tries to be targeted on that play. Really good play design there by the team. Basically clear out all the receivers and let the running back get some yardage, but just a miss by Zarvadots as he overthrows him. We'll see the kicking unit come out onto the field. This is the first 3 and out we've seen tonight from either team.
Okay, let's see if we cheat up with our punt returner again. It worked out really well last time, and he's not quite as tight this time.
Yeah.
That's okay. I was just curious because it worked out. It looked like something that was planned. Got a flag.
Him. False start. We'll push him back in further. And that will mean Tristan Rhymes will probably have to be on the inside of the 50-yard line to receive this punt. As we saw last time, he plays pretty tight to this punter. Obviously, some scouting has been done. So, again, back there to punt for this unit is Ronzel Woods, number 12.
Okay.
And so false start makes it a 4th down, about 15. And here we go, coming to block
Good
it.
snap, got it off.
That was a much better punt than the first one, and makes Rhymes back up all the way and takes a Manor Mustangs bounce into the territory of the Tigers. So it will be downed at the 24-yard line, 23-yard line. And a good punt, much better than what we saw in the first punt, which only went about 20 yards. This one travels about 60. So good job there by the Manor Mustangs special teams, and sets up Tigers with, pretty okay field position, not the worst, but definitely would like to be a lot closer.
Yeah, especially when your punt returner's standing on the 50-yard line and then you're starting on your own 22. But that's okay.
So twins to the top of your screen here. Motion by Gomez. Saw this on the last time. Fakes the handoff there on the read and gets about back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing on that one. Be 2nd down and 10.
Starting on your 22-yard line's fine. I used to always tell coaches, defensive coaches, head coaches, I just want the ball back. I don't want it back on kickoff return. I want it back from defense to offense.
Yeah.
And without kickoff return in between, because that means they scored a touchdown. I don't care if we get it on our 5 or 22 on the plus 30. I just want the ball back.
So we have ace formation. Calvis has time to throw. Throws a dart over the middle to Gomez. Gomez makes another play. He's got wheels, folks, and takes it down all the way down the field to about the 30-yard line of Manor. 31-yard line is where it will be the official spot, but Calvis looked comfortable back there, delivers a strike over the middle, and here we have the Tigers going quick. So big play to Andrew Gomez. Again, he shows his big play ability. Targeting him and Tristan Rhymes has proved good for Calvis all year. Drops back to pass. Pressure in his face immediately. Is able to escape the pocket and deliver a dime out to Rhymes, who's able to take it to the 23-yard line, 24-yard line to make it 2nd down and 2.
Looks like we're picking up the pace a little bit right here, Zach.
Yeah, big play. Always good to try to catch the defense off guard again, and, almost caught us off guard because Calvis was faced with 2 men right in his face, but makes a good play to evade the pocket and, deliver a good throw. So we have twins to the bottom side of your screen here. Rhymes is up top to single back, and in the backfield, Bolton and Green. And so pitch play to Gomez, who just got the big reception, and he takes it all the way down to about the 14-yard line. So that'll be good enough for a 1st down here for Tigers. And if you're Manor, you're trying to pick up your mouthpiece right now, catch your breath, because they're not allowing any subs to go back and forth, really, and trying to go quick here with the offensive play calling. Something we haven't really seen from Stony Point all year.
Not very much. Not very much as far as this indie pace or whatever they want to call their hurry up.
So Green backfield looks to block someone, and Bolton gets a hand on him, but he's able to take a move and go out, but it looks like this might be coming back with a holding call here.
Boy, that's a killer.
And, yeah, and just, you move the ball down the field, you keep it moving, and penalties have always just been always an issue for any team you go on any level, but just always tough to have them after a big play like that. So that will move them back out of the red zone towards the 24-yard line. So it'll make it a 1st down at about 20. So Rhymes and Gomez, the receivers on the outside here, with twins to the top and pistol formation in the backfield. Motion here. Calvis fakes handoff, has someone in the flat, and he's popped. And penalty on the play comes at the side of the tackle. Not sure exactly what the call is going to be here, Coach, but we'll see. Potentially a defensive holding or a pick. I really didn't know what the call was here.
I don't know, but that corner came off the receiver in a hurry and came up and made a great tackle right there. That was potentially a big play for us, and that corner came off the receiver when he saw it dumped off, and
he made a great play.
Made a super tackle in the open field.
So I'm not sure if there's the penalty call here.
It was waved off, Zach.
Yep, waved off. So a gain of about 4 yards for Stony Point, or 2 yards for Stony Point, and Kalbas back to pass again. Sees no one open, takes off on the field on running, and fumbles the ball, but fumbles it forward, and a couple flags come on the field. A big mess of a play, and even a helmet.
There's a helmet on the field. I don't
yeah, number 44 was getting blocked, had the helmet come off, and tried to make the tackle without the helmet. A little bit risky there, but we'll see what the call here is. Again, it was a lot going on, not really sure what the call is going to be. So personal foul on the defense. Be a first down here. They might drop the sticks. Yeah, it's going to be a first down. So automatic first down here. Personal foul, not sure exactly what the coup on defense. But
I would guess it's on 44 because if your helmet comes off, you cannot chase the football. It's now the officials should have blown that dead right there. Now maybe they did, and he kept running. I don't know. You can't hear from up here.
Yeah, we're in a box closed off. So first down here, and Bolton tries to take the ball outside, but a great play and more negative yards here for Stony Point. So a couple penalties backed them up. Now a penalty saved them, and now they're backing up here for the negative play.
Well, he wasn't very happy because he ran right through and smoked us on that one. Boy, that was unfortunate. But we're still in good position right here, Zach. We're still second and goal on the 13-yard line.
It gets tougher to score, though, down here in the red zone. Things are a little tighter, especially the way this offense has been playing on the big plays. So we'll have to see what they draw up. Twins out, and ball gets quickly out to Gomez, who has room to work and takes a strong run up to about the ref is going to get him out at about the 4-yard line. Looked like he was at the 2, but so it'll be third down at the 4 for Tigers here. And Manor, backs against the wall. They're hoping to just get away with the field goal, but if you're Stony Point, you might be thinking 4-down territory.
Oh, there's no doubt. This tight, this close, I'm thinking that.
So Kalbas coming out under center. Oh, and the ball comes out, and they get tackled back there. So first time under center in a long time, and we see, a mistake happen to where the ball comes out, and it's going to force this team to kick a field goal.
I don't know what to say. It's just really, really frustrating. That's just part of the deal, taking snaps and executing plays, and that's just not okay to lose a chance to punch it in right there.
And, it's interesting, and that ball is going to go through the uprights, so we'll make it a 1-point game here. Obviously not the result if you're Stony Point of what you want, but, you do get some points on the board, make it a 1-point game. So it is a lot closer, but, as you said,
third
Coach,
and goal from the 4, you don't expect to be kicking a field goal from around the 10-yard line and snapping it from there. But you know what? We got the ball back, didn't turn it over. We saw University of Miami a few weeks ago. All they had to do is kneel it, and they fumble it. The other team ends up scoring and all that stuff. At least we got the ball back, got some points on the board, keep a little momentum going our way. Let's get a stop right here, and then we can, now our 3 points if we go down and kick another field goal. Now we're taking the lead going into the halftime with a lot of momentum. So that's okay. It's not what we wanted, like you said, but it's a big plus heading in the right direction. But when we get down there on the 4-yard line, we need to be able to, punch it in.
And it's tough because, nowadays everything is pretty much from the shotgun. So when you do ask someone to get under center, it is a bit foreign no matter how many snaps you take. But ball gets kicked away here by Lopez. Another low ball that is going to bounce in the back of the end zone for a touchback. So that's the story, and Manor will start at their own 25-yard line. Getting the ball here will be an opportunity for them to try to score with about 4 minutes and 30 seconds left in this half. And at halftime, we'll make sure to update you guys on all things in the district and also some other area games going on. But, it is a tight district race. A lot of things can happen, but we just have to see as, a lot of games have to be played. A lot of football still left out there. So it is second quarter, 4 minutes and about 30 seconds left, and Manor is taking over at the 25-yard line. So trips down to the bottom side of your screen here. Fake handoff and another slip screen, and that just goes through the hands of the wide receiver there. So Zarvadots puts it on number 13, Jaden Buck, and it just falls harmlessly to the turf.
Yeah, Zardovets put it on him. Young man's just got to catch the ball.
And, it's just consistent in their play calling of what they like to see, but so many different looks. So, motion there, and you see just different ways of drawing up the same play. And we do have ace formation here, so twins on both sides. Running back in the backfield is Carter, and fake handoff to Carter. And good play by number 7 out there. That is Micah Miller, the cornerback. So he's coming out and making a big play right there to stuff that. So that'll be third down and about 5 here. 4 minutes and about 10 seconds left. So, chance to try to get off the field here. Stony Point can do it and get the ball back with some time to work, but they need to stop on this drive and on this, couple downs right here.
Obviously, if we can get a stop right here, Zach, there's plenty time. Both the first 2 drives of the first quarter went over 4 minutes.
So pull here by Zarvadots, and he tries to look to extend himself to get the first, but it's going to be short as he makes it to about the 33-yard line, but it will be 4th and 2. So decision time here for James Keller, the head coach of the Manor Mustangs, and it looks like we're going to see the punting team.
The kids were asking to go for it, and he thought better of it and said, let's punt it away. And
so in a game like this where it might be the last game of the year, why not in some situations?
Timeout for
And that's
Manor.
what they might be thinking is, why not?
Yeah.
It pull out all the stops. There's really nothing either of these teams can lose.
Here they come. Here comes the offense back out.
Yeah, they're excited. So, yeah, they're going to be coming out here. I think they're thinking exactly what I said. Why not? It's really this game could mean something, but there's a lot of situations where it doesn't mean much, to be honest. So, might as well.
Coach Keller's no stranger to the weight room, I can promise you that. And I would guess he's giving a little motivation about, hey, we just got to get 2 yards right here. We can keep this drive going, and let's go.
So we're right next to the Manor coaches, and they're stomping, making a lot of noise right now. Definitely excited here. So on the other side of the ball is Stony Point, who's got to know that this is a huge play situation right now.
Boy, we could easily right here be 1st and 10 on the plus 34-yard line.
Punch it in.
And go score.
And get the ball.
Right before the half. And then double up on the first series. Yeah, it's a huge play right here, Zach.
A lot of things, so we'll see what they draw up here, if it's another screen or what we see. But motion here, and Zarvadots taking his time.
He's going to punt it.
Yep.
He's going to punt it away.
He just quick punts it, and a good punt. And Rhymes back there picks it up and gets it out to about the 50-yard line. So, they look like they might have gone for it, but still good field position for Stony Point Tigers as they start at their own 50-yard line.
Plenty good field position. Plenty good field position to go down and score right here. We just have to not have the mistake, whether it's a penalty, whether it's a bust, and they have a big sack or something like that. We just can't have the mistake on this drive, and we're going to go down and take the lead right before half.
A huge opportunity here for the Tigers to really take the control of this game. Haven't been able to punch it in yet, but we do see this offense being able to move the ball. Trips, hands off to Motion, and he hands it off to Gomez, who he hurdles somebody, only gets about 3 yards, but my goodness, he hurdled the defender and gets out of bounds, stops the clock. So, good job there, but tough 2 yards, and that might be on a highlight reel.
Yeah, that was worth price of admission right there, Zach. Just that play.
Gotta love to see that. I mean, we've seen these, cornerbacks. They're not the biggest size in Manor, but they come down hard and they come down fast, looking to make a play. He just hurdles them there. Stony Point looking to call plays quick again, and a brief out route for Gomez, and he does some work. And he puts the ball on the turf, and not sure. I think Stony Point looks like they may have got it back because there's nobody on Manor saying they have it, and that'll be a first down. But Coach. Oh, heebie-jeebies right there. That is not okay.
Yeah, that could have been that play I was talking about. We can't have that play.
And luckily, it ends up in the hands of Gomez or the other receiver down on that end. But good job there, getting some yardage and handoff here to number 29, and that's Amonte Gentry. So one of the biggest back in this backfield takes the ball up and gets a first down there. So. Great job on the carry, and the clock is ticking. It does stop with the chains moving, but once they stop moving, he did get out of bounds. So, anyways, clock is now moving. It is 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in this half. Kalbas looking to throw, and he does, and he gets the ball out to his tight end, and that is number 81, Landon Schulter, and Landon catches it. Gets down, so that'll be second down and 5 here with about 2 minutes to play. So getting down to it in the red zone here.
Okay. This is kind of like Manor's first drive, just
moving it. And so Gentry tries to get outside, and he just cannot do it. And that is negative yards here, pushing him back and making a 3rd and 12 situation with about 1:45 left. So, huge play call here, and they're going quick for Stony Point, knowing what they're going to call ahead of time. So Kalbas takes a snap, and he looks, throws a deep ball to the left side. Got him, and that's Tristan Rhymes. Oh, the ball comes out. The ball came out. And it looked like an easy touchdown and a great play by the defender there to get it out of Tristan Rhymes' hands. And unfortunately, a good drive that could have led to some points is going to lead to a field goal attempt. So another chance for Lopez to try to put it through the uprights here. And Rhymes just had it in his hands, and it just looked like the ball got punched out, and it went for the incompletions. But Lopez here tries to boot it in, and it looks like it's going to be short. And so no good there, and the Mustangs come clean and get a chance to go down and score with 1 minute and 30 seconds left. And so we do have a hurt player on the field. I think we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
Club is a members-only card club offering a wide range of daily and tournament gameplay. In Round Rock, just off exit 251 on I-35, the Lodge now boasts the largest card room in Texas with 82 tables, comfortable chairs, and 40 75-inch TVs. The Lodge provides fully trained dealers and on-site security with state-of-the-art camera system to ensure the comfort and safety of our members. Open 24 hours a day. More information at thelodgepokerclub.com or call us at 512-614-4045.
Back, folks, here. And, again, set the scene for y'all. It's about 1 minute 30 left here for Manor to try to go down and score. And Stony Point is able to trip up the quarterback. Zarvadot's there, so clock continues to run about 1 minute 20 here. That's definitely not the way that Manor wanted to start out this drive, but, maybe just trying to take some time off the clock now, send it to halftime where we will be able to update y'all. That might be kind of the game plan as Manor is going a bit slower here. And a chance for Stony Point to really make something of this game and take control. And ultimately, we're held to a field goal attempt, which did not go through the uprights. So now it is 6-7 still here in Manor. Handoff here. Stuffed. Not much doing. will be third down.
Well, on our last drive, Zach, we said we can't have that play. Well, that second down play where we bounced or third down play and we bounced and lost a handful of yards, that was that play. Had we gotten, just 3 yards there and not lost 3 yards or 4 yards, look at the difference in the kick.
Yep, exactly. Would have been that much closer. And then on that touchdown play, almost being able to pull it in there, but just, right out of his hands. So it will be a third down situation here. Snap, handoff, and Carter has some room to run. No, sorry. Yeah, Carter has some room to run there, and that's going to send us to halftime. So we're going to take a short break here. We're going to bring you back to us once we get some score updates. We'll talk about what's going on in district, show you guys the band, and continue on with the night. But so far here out in Manor, it is 6-7 with the Mustangs up in front of the Tigers. So we'll see what the teams kind of draw up after halftime. But we're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back.
Longtime McNeil parent Brian Kerman is a realtor who works for RE/MAX Capital City. Brian is involved in helping Round Rock families buy, sell, invest, and lease properties in the greater Austin area. He has been doing so for over 24 years. As a thank you to the community, he will be honored to donate $1,000 to your favorite booster club or other 501c3 if you use him and you close on a property. We hope you will contact Brian for all of your real estate needs at 512-921-4490 or at briankerman@remax.net. Visit Maze Street Boutique in Round Rock for all your shopping needs. Whether you're looking for a special gift or that perfect outfit that everyone will love, we have you covered. Come visit us in-store or shop us online at mazestreet.com. We appreciate your business and thank you for shopping local. RJAC Pressure Washing, Epoxy and Stain, veteran owned and operated, serving Central Texas. For the last 10 years, residential and commercial services available, here for all your decorative flooring needs. Call us at 512-593-8567. That's 512-593-8567. Bush's Chicken is a proud supporter of area schools, athletic programs, and booster clubs. With stores in Cedar Park, Round Rock, Georgetown, both North and South Austin, and our newest store serving Pflugerville and Hutto. Bush's serves the Texas standard in real hand-battered fried chicken and crispy tenders, tasty rolls, and that famous Bush's sweet tea. Bush's Chicken, proud supporter of area schools, athletic programs, and booster clubs. The Texas standard. Bush's Chicken. It's good, good, good.
I've always wanted an EV, but until I saw the sleek Ford Mach-E, I didn't know just how exhilarating it could be to drive one. The Mach-E is the perfect balance between power and utility. And with features like adaptive cruise control, in-dash entertainment screen, and lane monitoring, my daily commute to training is effortless. If you're looking to make the move to the Mach-E, visit Covert Ford in Austin, where you'll become part of the family. covertford.com.
You are listening to the Horn Webcast Network, powered by iHSFAN. If you're interested in advertising on or privately supporting this webcast, please reach out to us on Twitter at iHSFAN. All audio rights of this webcast presentation belong to iHSFAN, and any intent to rebroadcast or retransmit must have express written consent from iHSFAN. You are listening to Round Rock ISD football presented by Covert Ford. Now let's head to the field with Zach Epstein.
Hey folks, glad to have you back here again for this special game here at the end of the year. We're just trying to get y'all to look at the Stony Point band, who is out on the Manor field right now, looking good and about to perform for potentially the last night of the season, but that's kind of premature because there's so much football to be played in this game, but also in our district. So just to bring y'all up to speed here, Coach, looking around the district, again, tonight we had Cedar Ridge playing McNeil. Cedar Ridge is 0-6. McNeil is 3-3 in district. Westwood playing Vandergrift. Those are the two top teams in the district in terms of record, with Westwood being 7-2 and Vandergrift being 9-0. And then obviously this game tonight with both Stony Point and Manor being 4-5, 2-4 in district each. And then Vista Ridge and Round Rock are facing off tonight in an interesting matchup where Round Rock is 4-2 and Vista is 3-3 in district. So if Vista Ridge does win, that puts Round Rock and Vista Ridge in the same record. Again, some very interesting scenarios tonight. But we're going to go ahead and check in with the scores for the Austin area, especially looking at our district here tonight. Out in Round Rock at Kelly Reeves Stadium, we have the McNeil Mavericks facing the Cedar Ridge Raiders, and McNeil is up 21-0 right now at halftime. So Cedar Ridge is definitely, the 0-6 team in that division, and McNeil is trying to cement itself a first playoff victory playoff appearance, folks, since 2004, which would snap a very, very long streak. That's when Friday Night Lights premiered out in Austin, Texas. So very long time ago for McNeil, hoping, the best for, my alma mater. But moving on, Cedar Park Vista Ridge Rangers. So Vista Ridge is taking on Round Rock at Dragon Stadium right now, and they are up 14-7 at halftime. Again, a very interesting game. That one is if Vista Ridge is to win. Again, they'll go to 4-3, and Round Rock would also go 4-3. McNeil, if they were to win, which obviously they're up right now 21-0, would move to 4-3 as well. So a lot of shifting parts there. And then in the other game that is not this one tonight, we have Vandergrift versus Westwood, two of the top teams, and Vandergrift is up 10-0, which is surprising because they've been doing a lot worse.
Go ahead and say it.
Yeah,
Zach. They've been steamrolling, folks.
They really have. So it is interesting to see. Westwood obviously hanging with them, even though they are 7-2 this year, which is one of the best years Westwood's had in a long time. So, Coach, I just talked a lot about the scenarios here, what's going on. It is really interesting what is happening, and all the different scenarios that could occur tonight.
Yeah, and really, I've been a coach, and I've been on the good end of scenarios, and I've been on the pretty much a bummer end of scenarios. And I remember a year when we were a three-way tie for second place, and three teams went to the playoffs, and we ended up being, I was at Reagan at the time, and we ended up getting bumped out of the playoffs. And, man, that was just gut-wrenching because the kids had such a good year. I mean, we tied for second place in the district and didn't go to the playoffs. Now only three teams win at that time, so it was a little bit different. But
yeah, it's definitely it's heartbreaking. I mean, sometimes it comes down to we've talked about it before, pretty much a coin flip in really dire scenarios. So it is so interesting how they do it, and I think we talked about it before the game too. Like every district is pretty similar, but always has something crazy going on in terms of who shows up and what team gets to play what. And you have to take into account there's two different divisions for 6A that these teams will go into, and it's based on how big your school is. So, for example, I think Round Rock is the biggest school in this district with population size, right, of student body.
Correct.
And I think the smallest school is McNeil or maybe even Manor in this district. So I'm not. I
think Cedar Ridge is the second biggest school in our,
Cedar Ridge
our
is
district.
And then I know Vandergrift and Vista Ridge both have really big schools. So it is interesting. But the top two teams, big school wise, will go into the Division I bracket, and Division II will be the two smaller schools, which is always interesting how they split that up. And there'll be two district, 6A or two 6A champions by the end of the year. But it's really, some of the best football around.
Well, my buddy in South Dallas, he had a big win last week, and he's excited about the playoffs getting going. And speaking of a big and small school champion, last year in 6A, Duncanville won the big school state championship. DeSoto in the same district. They were runner-up in the district, but they won the small school state championship. So 2 state champions in the same district within you can see Duncanville from DeSoto.
Yeah.
You look across I-35, you can see, there's Lancaster. You look a little bit north, and there's Duncanville. A little further, there's Dallas Carter area. It's just crazy about all the schools in one area. So, yeah, it's exciting. I'm hoping someone from our district gets to go on and play in a state championship game, because that is exciting.
And all roads for Vandegrift are leading that direction, and I'm sure they're expecting that as well, although they are in a pretty tough battle tonight with Westwood going out there. But, oh, yeah, it's all roads are seeming to lead to those 2 schools that we just talked about in DeSoto and Duncanville for the teams again. I mean, for you non-high school, Texas high school football fans, or maybe just, joining in, those are 2, like Coach just said, one state in the same district is just some good football out there, and they have D1 talent, NFL talent on all the rosters out there. So it is some crazy football, and that's one of the cool things about Texas is, all these other states, California, Florida, Pennsylvania, if you even want to include them, they all have private schools where they're able to recruit kids. In Texas, it's completely different. It's just where you live, right?
Yeah, you get who you get. You don't throw a fit, and you just kind of go with it from there. Are there some situations where kids move in just to play sports? Absolutely. Does that happen all the time? Absolutely. Kids move. But a lot of times it's because the parents have the financial ability to up and move somewhere, just because I want my daughter or I want my son to be a part of this program.
Yeah.
Well, and that's fine and everything, but I grew up in a time where, from the time I was 8, 9 years old, I couldn't wait to be Ray Texan. My 4 older brothers played sports at Ray. My older sister was a cheerleader there. All of us went to that school, and that's just what you did. You went to, I grew up, 3 different junior highs went to one, came together and went to one high school, and that's just the way it was. And I like that about high school football. And
you see that out here in
see
Manor,
it,
right? Yeah,
no doubt you see it,
especially in Austin and Dallas, and all the big cities in Texas definitely have the powerhouses and big schools. But there's the small town schools that are powerhouses in themselves, and it's basically just through the pipeline and creating a program that it wins, and you just want to be a part of it, and it just feeds the city. But tonight I was stuck in traffic at 5:30. People trying to pull into this place. You know what I mean? Like it's a state of mind. And going out to Brenham a couple years ago, for one of myself, like it's just a different experience when you go out into the smaller towns and smaller stadiums. We're used to seeing the Kelly Reeves Athletic Stadium fits 12,000 people. This stadium here today probably fits closer to 4. So it's just completely different. And then on the other side, the Dallas schools, Allen, Texas, having 2 stories or 2 levels of stadium seating in their own home is just incredible.
I watched Lucas Lovejoy last night. Lucas Lovejoy against Melissa. Melissa is that school that had the crazy amount of money put into their brand new stadium.
I saw that,
and it made national news, got on ESPN and all that stuff. Well, Lovejoy and Melissa played it last night against each other. So that's one of those things that, Texas high school is the real deal. And Melissa used to be out in the sticks north of Dallas. Now it's just a suburb pretty much.
Yeah.
It seems like, there's a big, huge Buc-ee's with Melissa written underneath it on the way. You're almost to, Arkansas or whatever. But, it's pretty interesting when you look at how much these high school programs put into their high school sports. And I'm not just talking money. I'm talking about community. I'm talking about emotion. Where I come from, go to Refugio, Texas on a high school football night on a game night and see what happens. They've won plenty of state championships, been to crazy amounts. One of my brother Tim's best friends from high school, Steve Campbell, he was Coach Danaher's defensive coordinator for years and years and years. I'm talking the winningest coach in the history of high school football. And Coach Campbell, he's at Cal Allen. Everyone knows about Cal Allen. They come out of the Region 4 region all the time in 4A. And so it's just a huge thing to be a part of high school football. And I think you and I are fortunate to have this opportunity to be a part of Stony Point's season.
Absolutely. And all of the iHSFAN teams, it's just a great opportunity for everybody to join in, and for everybody who listens to just ranting about high school football. We really do love it, and I hope that you guys do too, because it's such a great community thing. And sometimes people's whole weekends based around their Friday night. It's pretty crazy. So nonetheless, we're gonna take another quick break here. I think we're only about 13 minutes left before we get back to the action. But before that, we're going to also just kind of let it take the ride and let y'all see what the Manor band is about to pull it out for us tonight. So we're going to go quiet, play a few commercials, and be right back.
I've always wanted an EV, but until I saw the sleek Ford Mach-E, I didn't know just how exhilarating it could be to drive one. The Mach-E is the perfect balance between power and utility. And with features like adaptive cruise control, in-dash entertainment screen, and lane monitoring, my daily commute to training is effortless. If you're looking to make the move to the Mach-E, visit Covert Ford in Austin, where you'll become part of the family. covertford.com.
If you're looking for a special medical spa to bring out the beauty that's in you, come visit us at Ginger Allure Med Spa. At Ginger Allure, we treat our staff and patients like family. We're here to embrace, enhance, and showcase your natural beauty with a full range of services such as injectables, laser treatments, permanent makeup, microblading, and more. We provide free consultations for all of our services to answer any of your questions. Visit us online at gingerallure.com or give us a call at 512-709-0161. Ginger Allure Med Spa, the classic approach to a new you.
Are you looking for a little something extra to get your business noticed? At Ideal Signs, they specialize in custom signage and large format digital printing in a variety of media. Their in-house design department can work with you to create custom artwork to your specifications. They'll work with you to conceptualize, design, and produce any custom projects or idea that you might have. Call 512-930-7446 or visit signsforsports.com. Ideal Signs, family owned and operated since 1969.
The Lodge Poker Club is a members-only card club offering a wide range of daily and tournament gameplay. In Round Rock, just off exit 251 on I-35, the Lodge now boasts the largest card room in Texas with 82 tables, comfortable chairs, and 40 75-inch TVs. The Lodge provides fully trained dealers and on-site security with state-of-the-art camera system to ensure the comfort and safety of our members. Open 24 hours a day. More information at thelodgepokerclub.com or call us at 512-614-4045. Visit Maze Street Boutique in Round Rock for all your shopping needs. Whether you're looking for a special gift or that perfect outfit that everyone will love, we have you covered. Come visit us in-store or shop us online at mazestreet.com. We appreciate your business and thank you for shopping local. RJAC Pressure Washing, Epoxy and Stain. Veteran owned and operated, serving Central Texas. For the last 10 years, residential and commercial services available, here for all your decorative flooring needs. Call us at 512-593-8567. That's 512-593-8567.
Yes, we're back, folks, with some football in Austin. We're out
back
in
with the band right now.
Zach
Aroon we're waiting for these
and,
guys.
And not sure if y'all noticed, but we did see the Stony Point Tigers run out onto the field while the band is still out there. So Coach Cheshire definitely just saying
ready.
that we need to bring it out. So definitely excited to see what's in store for the second half here, folks. As we said before, it's coming down tight race between everybody in this district right now. And we have a couple games still at halftime, so no updates for y'all, but, just reminding everybody that, McNeil is leading Cedar Ridge 21-0. The Vista Ridge Rangers are beating Round Rock 14-7. And then we have the Westwood Warriors playing a tight game against Vandergrift Vipers, 10-0 right now, and the Vipers are up. And then, of course, our game is only 1 point differential, with Stony Point being down 6-7 to Manor. A couple other games in the area. Pflugerville is playing the Conley Cougars, 14-21 there. A couple of games going on in Austin. McCallum Knights are leading the Panthers, Eastside Panthers, and LBJ Jaguars are leading the Crockett Cougars. So we got a good amount of games going on out here. Last night, close by, in Elgin, there was another game that went out with Rouse, ended up beating Elgin 42-21, and out in Hutto, the Weiss Wolves, who have had a good season all year, ended up beating the Hutto Hippos 52-29. And then we do have Lake Travis able to take care of business versus Bowie last night, 66-41. The Austin Maroons beat Del Valley 28-13. That's the team that Stony Point played their first game this year. And, yeah, Coach, not sure if you have any other updates yourself.
Well, one of the close games that we were talking about earlier is Anderson's playing a tight game against Drip. Dripping Springs is pretty good again this year, and Anderson's been hot and cold, and they're getting after them pretty well and playing them a tight game.
And it really is a great time of year, a kind of emotional time of year we touched on previously, talking on the show, just, last kind of time for some of these seniors and, some of these parents even can get emotional, seeing their kids on a football field for the last time, before the next stage in their life, wherever that may be, whatever they may be doing. So it's always an interesting time. But looks like, again, folks, just to remind you, we will be seeing the Tigers receive the ball as they deferred at halftime. Had a chance to go up, get a touchdown on one of the last drives of the first half, but was held to a field goal attempt, which did not go through. Would have gave them the lead 9-7. But we do see Stony Point getting ready to take their offense out onto the field to attempt to get into the end zone for the first time tonight. Coach, I know it's been a little bit frustrating for this team.
Boy, too many things have happened to where right when things get going, that one bad play or the something just goes down to where it keeps us from going and punching it in. We need to sustain a drive or else have a big play and go ahead and finish it off, punch it in the end zone, catch the ball that's on the tip of our fingers, and whatever the case may be, we need to score a touchdown next time we get a chance instead of something bad going to where we just have to settle for a field goal attempt.
So, again, potentially the last time some of these players are ever going to play. So, the coaches definitely maybe thinking that themselves too, playing a little bit more loose, potentially a little bit more aggressive here in the second half. So super excited to bring this one to y'all. And here we go. Kick is out. Again, it's a short boot this time, only out to the 15-yard line. And we have Wheeler, who has shown some speed here. It gets outside and is still on his feet. He gets dragged down at the 30-yard line, so that was a good return there. A little bit of moves, almost had a chance to look like bust it for even more, but Wheeler, who's been good all year at receiving the ball, takes it down and gets it out to 31-yard line, which is where Kenneth Calbus and the offensive unit will be taking their time to go down and score. So, again, we see Kenneth Calbus come out there with Aiden Green in kind of the fullback role. He's shifted his role this year, playing a lot more on the field since we started at the beginning of the season. Twins down to the bottom side of your screen, Calbut trying to go quick. And we've seen this throw here to Gomez over the middle, and Gomez, that big body just keeps it going, and he's loves the over the middle stuff to Gomez and the outside stuff to Rhymes. So he's got his targets all over the field there. A great play.
Yeah, going back to the kick return, Wheeler's been he's been exciting all year as one of our dynamic return guys, and that's a good example of guys who, they're not selfish. We don't see him on offense a lot. We don't see him on defense a lot, but he does his job and does it really well as a kick returner.
And on the carry there is Amante Gentry, so one of the bigger backs in this backfield. Taking some snaps there, brings it out for about a 1-yard gain. So, again, we will see the Tigers attempt to try to, play ahead of themselves and not play behind the sticks here. Some big plays have opened up for this unit, just has not resulted in a touchdown. So here we go. Callbacks puts Rhymes in motion. Swing pass out to Rhymes. Off the tip of his fingers, he still brings it in and is falling forward for about a 0-yard gain. So the swing pass goes for a yard on that one. Brings a 3rd and 9 situation.
Yeah, after bobbling it and catching that one, I think Tristan's going to go, you know what, we can scratch that one next time, Coach.
A little dangerous, too. That is a throw that could be potentially considered a fumble if he's thrown behind the receiver there. So Calbas has plenty of time, delivers a deep ball to Rhymes, who's wide open. Oh, no, it just went right off of his hands. A potential big play going out to the backside of the to the side of the 5-yard line, and Rhymes just lets it bounce off his hands. Unfortunately, just a little too much for him to handle.
Boy, just right there.
Yeah, it's frustrating to see because,
it's right there. He beats his guy. He beats the coverage. He does all the hard stuff, and then he really wishes he could have that one back, I'm pretty certain.
Yeah, absolutely, and Rhymes just a sophomore, remember, folks, so him and Calbas are going to work on this connection all year. Calbas drops back again, throws a deep pass over the middle, and that was to number 19, Willie Freeman, the senior, who was running down the field, and Coach opening up the playbook, trying to throw some deep balls, and Kenneth Calbas, putting it on him. Very good. I mean, both those balls were pretty in the areas for them to catch it, just unable to make a play.
Yeah, that's he kind of squatted down there, and I don't know if he's hurting at all.
We see a flag on the field here,
yeah.
So personal foul.
Roughing.
Yeah, so
maybe that's why he squatted. I was looking down at the 5-yard line, looking at the tremendous ball he threw and the effort by
Freeman.
Rhymes. No, the previous
the first
play.
one, yeah.
And then we come back real quick right here, and I see it down the field again, and there's Freeman, and turn back, and I see Kenneth kind of bent over a little bit. So I hope he's all right.
Yeah, he looks like he's doing just fine, sending the man in motion here and looking to deliver a strike over and throws a ball, and it looks like it was thrown a little bit too high there, so potentially, him feeling a little bit down there might have influenced that pass, but ball sails on him and almost is intercepted there, Coach, but it falls harmlessly to turf.
Yeah, we kind of got lucky right there, so we need to shake that off, keep his – I tell you what, though, for a sophomore, he doesn't lose his confidence very easily. He's confident in what he does, and he's confident in the guys around him, so he's not going to be shaken.
And Coach is definitely supporting him here, but giving him some opportunities to throw the ball. And offensive line also giving him opportunities to throw it because they've been holding the defense down. And he throws another good one to Rhymes, and Rhymes takes it in and gets enough for the first down here. So they're going to call it dead as some defenders start to wrap him up. But that will be a first down, and extending the play there by Calbas. He's, showing him that he is able to make these plays and showing us that he's stepping into that next level, right, Coach?
No doubt. He's going to be a special one. He's going to be a special one.
He's got, 2 more years underneath his belt before he's done with the Tigers, and he's got some good supporting cast to do it with. So handoff here, tries to bust it outside is Gentry, who slips under his own self, trying to get that corner. He got it one time tonight and has been trying to return there, but just hasn't been able to do it. So we're going to see Bolton come in for him on this one.
I'm not so sure I wouldn't go to one of the two go-to guys, number 14, number 12. They've been pretty faithful throughout the year for me, whether it's on a drag or a go route right here. See if we can beat them off the line.
So it's 2nd and goal here, but ball is at the 15-yard line due to that loss of yardage right there. So, again, this out route for Gomez here. He takes it and cuts up the middle, and he scores a touchdown. So Calbas and Gomez connecting for the 3rd time tonight, and this time it goes for a touchdown. I'm sorry, not the 3rd time. That's the 5th time tonight. He's hit him on a couple out routes, and that out route right there lets him score. So him and Rhymes do the little dance in the end zone, and the junior gets in for the score.
Yeah, we said he may consider going back to one of those two guys. Well, he sure did. But, why not?
Absolutely. Feed your guys who have been playing well, and Kennick is throwing the ball well. And direct snap to Bolton,
boy.
And it goes on the turf. So 12-7 here. Stony Point leaving some points on the board again tonight. So, a great drive to get down the field and, a couple great passes and score for Gomez and Calbas. But, only come away with 6 there. Extends the lead to 5. So it's going to be a score game still. But not exactly where you wanted to be. You wanted to have that 2 extra points right there and make it 7.
Yeah, I don't think we're feeling too positive about just lining up and mashing on 3rd and 1. We haven't had a lot of success run the ball right at them. Right here we have a big 2-point conversion right here, and we send our quarterback out and do a little wildcat or tiger package or whatever we want to call it. And, sometimes that comes from feeling good about what we see. And sometimes as a play caller, it's just because, what we want to do isn't working. Let's try something else. And I've called plays where I know it's going to go, and I know it's going to be good. And I've also played in games where I call plays, and it doesn't matter what you do.
What you call, so yeah.
It doesn't matter what you call. They just have your number. They're just better than you. You're just not getting it done that night, whatever the case may be. So that may be what we're thinking with some of that. But dadgum, we're throwing the ball like it's nobody's business right now.
And that might be due to inefficient run game so far. I mean, a couple big runs.
Correct.
But, really not much doing other than.
So you're saying out of necessary we're throwing the ball.
It seems to be. Been down the whole game so far, so definitely trying to not play from behind too much, but has not been efficient running the ball this far. So quarterback takes the snap, and he throws it out of bounds. Pressure almost there. So, again, that is Zarvadets, the quarterback for Manor, as they step out onto their first drive of the night for the second half. It is about 9 minutes to go in this third quarter, but we're seeing the first of the Manor Mustangs offense this half. So probably some adjustments made. They're trying to, adjust for blocking Chime and this great defensive line, as they've caused some trouble towards the later half of that half that we saw in the first half. So handoff here again to Carter, who's always potential to break it. I mean, he's got that speed, but he takes it out for about a 5-yard gain. So 2nd down and 5.
And Zardovets, he's a much different quarterback when he's got soft feet and he has time to really go through his read or knows exactly where he's going with it and put it on his receiver. On the other hand, when he has to run around, he's not nearly as effective.
And so, again, a handoff here to Carter, and Carter takes it up the field, tackled by number 22, Isaiah Cantrell, the linebacker. So getting through that second level of defenders has been, something that Carter is used to, as he's really quick and can make a big play.
Does this remind you the first drive of the game? This is the first drive of the second half. They may have made adjustments and said, you know what, let's go back to that first drive and let's just get after him.
And Chime Onyaka and comes after him and gets him, ball on the turf. And did they get it? Oh, it looks like Manor got the ball back, but you saw Chime line up on the outside of the defensive end on your left side there and just do a power move and gets the quarterback on the run and takes him down, swats the ball down, and causes a forced fumble. But they did recover it.
When Chime's motor's running, he's hard to handle, brother. I'm telling you.
Cooking.
He's a hard one to handle when his juices are flowing, and he looks pretty excited about.
He's just coming after people out there. And so deep ball attempt here and caught and still on his feet.
Boy.
Oh, my goodness. What a snag and play. And just like that, out of nowhere, Manor answers the bell, and number 13 just goes up the field. Jaden Buck does a good job just fighting off the defender and scores a big touchdown play for a Manor Mustangs. So just like that, they are back in it and back on top.
Boy, that's a crusher because we had good pressure on him again.
Good at everything and really just seeing.
For that matter, it looked like it was pretty good coverage.
It did, and looked like it might have just, fallen to the ground. I'm just thinking when the ball goes up in the air, single man coverage, penalty's about to fly out, but no penalty there. Good coverage and just a better play. So we do see a timeout here. Definitely going to think about what they want to do. Could potentially extend the lead to 3, but we're going to take.
They're missing a player. They only had 10. One of their boys is taking a chewing out right now for Manor. So we'll let him get squared away, and they'll get ready to kick their extra point.
So we're seeing a response from Manor out of nowhere, essentially. That looked like it could have just bounced the turf, or you got some good pressure on the quarterback. Could have even been a sack, but ends up being a huge play. And that man, Jaden Buck, just went up there and made a name for himself. This junior wide receiver made a big play. So now they'll come out. Offense is on the field here for Manor, and they will take the ball at the left hash. So a lot of things they can do here. They've been able to run the ball a little bit on this drive. Not sure if they're just going to give it away or maybe run one of these tunnel screens that they've been running out there. So motion here, another motion. Outside handoff, reverse, and they have the quarterback, and it's a Philadelphia, and it's just a bad throw. And that ball bounces harmlessly to the turf. Quarterback was open in the end zone. Jaden Buck, who just got the big touchdown, tries to make another big play and just unfortunately misses his target.
Just because their quarterback's number 9 doesn't mean they can run Philly like Nick Foles.
Yeah, no kidding. Only a couple teams can do that. So, again, this is an interesting game, folks. A lot of potential scoring, a lot of missed opportunities for both of these teams. But, we're pretty much knotted up here. It's 13-12. Manor leading with 7 minutes and 17 seconds left in the third quarter. So there's plenty of football to play, folks. But both these teams have kind of come alive. Offenses moving. And on the first drive for Manor, on the second half and the first half, they come out scoring.
Well, it's what? 7-6 to.
Yeah, 7-6, and here comes the kickoff, and they try to dribble it, and wow, they might have just got that onside kick, dribbled it, and looks like they got the ball. So Manor will take over the football, and we have them. And we kind of talked about this early, Coach. Last game of the season, kind of might as well try it. So Manor does what they need to do to get the ball back, and Stony Point is a little shell-shocked right now.
Oh, that's a killer. That's a killer.
And just saw Zarvadets.
Just can't let that happen.
And cannot let that happen. Just saw Zarvadets on the sideline getting some attending to from the PT. So he comes back out on the field, though, so it looks like nothing was wrong. Good to see that. Love to see that.
A lot of teams will try and hit a big one right here. Got to be ready for that.
Yep, so Stony Point trying to defense back onto the field. I have to call the bell. And, again, here comes a pass. Broken up. Nothing doing there. So it will be second down and 10 situation for the Mustangs, and they got to be excited. Momentum has definitely shifted their way here.
Before that kickoff, I was trying to tell you, it was 7-6 in the entire first half, and we've already scored 12 points here in the second half. I don't know if that's an indicator of how this thing's going to shake out, but.
So handoff here to Carter. It was bobbled a bit on the snap and on the handoff. We'll bring up 3rd down and 10, and nothing doing on that one. So a chance for Stony Point to hopefully quickly get off the field here, and a chance for Manor to extend the drive if they can. Obviously in a little bit of a sticky situation, being 3rd down and 10, but ball is on the 49-yard line of Stony Point. So again, they're in their own territory. Guys are backed off a bit. Here comes the snap. And Chime's coming off the side hard on the left side and just dumped out of bounds here by Zarvadots. And that'll probably bring out the punting unit. And it will bring out the punting unit, so we'll see number 12, Ronzel Woods, punt the ball away. We did see Zarvadots kind of do the same thing where he looked like they were going to go for it when they were down near the 30-yard line in the first half, but just ended up punting it away. So interesting to see that kind of play out. And, ultimately the onside kick resulted in a turnover. So Stony Point's got to feel good about that. Only about 45 seconds taken off the clock, too.
Okay, Zach, first punt. We tightened down, said, geez, he sure is pretty tight. A short punt. We get great field position, and it really worked out for us. Then we make a note of it. Last time, he was scooted up. Rascal boots it way over his head.
Yep.
And kind of evens things out. We'll have to see. Okay.
And there's a line drive punt, and it takes a bounce for Manor, and, Stony Point ends up taking this a step away from it, and it kind of results in another beneficial bounce for actually Stony Point this time. So ball will be at the 27-yard line to start off, and we do see a flag on the field, though. Not sure what the call is going to be here, potentially a blocking.
One of the Manor guys was pulled away by one of his buddies, and so maybe that has something to do with it. I couldn't tell. I was watching near the ball.
Yeah, always interesting when you don't know exactly where it is. I know.
Let's see what these guys are going to have to say.
So call is about to come in here from the referee. Still no word here, folks. We'll get something in a second, though.
Obviously nothing.
I guess not.
Okay.
No, they'll be taking this one back a little bit, so it's going to be a penalty on Stony Point. Looks like a... Yeah, I'm not sure what that call is, but will be on Stony Point, and they'll take over 10 yards behind where the ball was been originally placed at the, what is that, the 16-yard line. So penalties again affecting Stony Point a lot this game. And a lot of time here in between plays, so some rest for both of these units. And an empty formation here for Kenneth Kalbus and the team. Oh, we do have, I'm sorry, didn't see him back there. He blended in with the running back. Pistol formation here with Bolton behind Kalbus and a trips tight formation down towards the bottom. And then we obviously have Tristan Rhymes up at the top of your screen. Number 14. Oh, continuing to move back. Just another yard. So, again, sorry, folks. I'm just feel like if I'm stammering here, but I'm not trying to. Just trying to get going just like they are. So, Kalbus now sends a man in motion. That's Green. Fake handoff. Plenty of time here. And he just takes off and runs. Late decision there to take off and run, Coach. He saw no one was really open, had plenty of time in the pocket, but
had he stepped up half a second earlier, he would have had a lot of room.
And so gets up a little bit gingerly there, but we'll see what the play call is here for Stony Point as it brings up a 2nd down and 9 situation. So Rhymes coming over to the bottom of your screen, and we have Gomez at the top and also Aiden Green in the middle. So Bolton gets the handoff. Some good blocking and good vision by Bolton, able to cut that one back against the grain. So
nice job of being patient right there. He didn't bounce it like we've seen happen quite a bit tonight on both sides. They bounce it, have a little bit of success, and then they keep doing it, and there ain't nobody blocking out there.
Right.
So once they figure out how to play it, it's just not going to go.
It does bring up a nicer situation here for the offense. 3rd down, about 3. It looks like blitz coming. Blitz does come, and Calbas throws the ball out to Gomez, who has had luck all night tonight with that route. It's an out route, but that's a tough throw, Coach. Across the field, out route on the opposite side of the hash. It's a big throw to make for any high school quarterback.
That's what I call a big arm throw. You don't ask a lot of guys to do it, and if they do, you better make sure it's against the right coverage because it can go the other way very easily.
And we almost saw that, defender made a break on the ball. Was, a bit late, but could have made a big play. So here comes Lopez. Kicks a good punt away. Takes a nice Stony Point bounce and continues to. So it's going to bounce with right at the 40-yard line. So flipping the field a bit there. That was a tough drive for Stony Point, starting off with a penalty and then not getting much on obviously a couple broken plays. But interesting that the run game has just not been too much of a factor for Stony Point after we saw relying on the run so early on in the year so much.
Well, a lot of times towards the end of the games when the running game really would start leaning on it, and maybe if we can get the lead and start some of those guys get a little tired, maybe we can get that running game going again.
So 3 down linemen here for Stony Point's defense. 4 guys do end up coming. And a deep ball over the middle. Heesong Yang has a chance to make a play. Oh, and the ball comes out of his hands. But he was ranging back there like a center fielder and almost makes a good play on the ball. So a chance for Stony Point to change the tide, but it just falls to the turf, and it does create a 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, backpedal weave action there. He just opened up and read the quarterback's eyes and went over the top, and he was in position, just couldn't come up with a pick.
And, that was the same receiver, Jaden Buck, who just had success on a deep throw like that, so I'm sure they wanted to go back to him. Penalties come flying here, and it comes way, way, way in the back where the safeties are, about 10 yards away, so not sure what the call is going to be here.
A lot of times, if that was before, right at the beginning of the play, could have been the play clock. Could have been delay a game. Nope. Replay 2nd down.
So, again, yeah, a couple play calls, not really, or a couple penalties, not really sure. We can't hear too much up in here. Very nice soundproof booth, and we're thankful to be inside. But it is a beautiful night tonight here, folks. And Zarvadets snaps the ball, and that's going to be a false start easily. Jaden Buck jumped off sides or jumped on the false start, so the penalty that was just given is now taken away. It will be 2nd down still, but 2nd down and 10. Or 2nd down and 15. No, it'll be 10.
Yeah, things are moving pretty slowly right now between
both teams
figuring out what was going on earlier to now this back-to-back penalties. No one's going to get in any kind of groove.
And that's something that we haven't seen too much in this game. I mean, we've seen a couple penalties, but not back-to-back like this, and it's definitely affecting a lot of things. So 2nd down and 10 here after everything was said and done. And here comes a snap. Handoff to Carter up the middle, and he gets popped pretty hard there, but takes it for a 5-yard gain up to the 45-yard line. It brings up a 3rd down and 5 here for the Manor Mustangs.
I tell you, he's not a very big guy, it looks like, but he sure is a tough runner. he gets downhill, and he's not afraid to get downhill and hit the hole.
And and he can definitely deliver the hit too.
Yes.
So Zarvadots has twins down to the bottom of your screen, has single coverage up top, and just tries to throw it outside. Hits his man's hand, but it does go bounce out of bounds for an incomplete pass. 4th down and 5, and we'll see a punting unit. So 2 scores quickly to get the half going, and then a couple punts, couple 3-and-outs here to start off the second half. So team settling in here. Might have a little bit to do with the fact that everything's kind of so choppy at the moment. Given a couple penalties, referees taking their time, setting the ball, that sort of deal. So hopefully to get everything kind of back up to speed, especially for Stony Point's offense right after they receive the kick.
Let's see.
So they run a fake and try to get it, and it looks like they did not get the first down. So the fake punt attempt does not work, and Stony Point will be taking the ball over on downs. And that was another chippy play here by a Manor. They got the onside kick. They try to do a fake punt. They are truly trying to bring out all the stops here, and it might encourage Coach Cheshire to kind of play the same game, going forward.
Sure. I don't know what they've done this year, but I used to always tell the head coaches, hey, we've practiced this play from spring ball to two-a-days all the way through the entire year and haven't used it.
Yeah.
Let's use it whether we need to or not, a trick play. But sometimes that didn't quite work out.
So handoff up the middle to Bolton, and finally something for Stony Point, as back-to-back runs with Bolton up the middle have led to success. So maybe you're right, Coach, leading on later in the game. This defensive line's a little tired, and Stony Point's able to move them around a little bit more.
Well, they're definitely not dominating the line of scrimmage like they did the first 2 series.
So a chance to maybe slow things down here for the Tigers, as there's 3 minutes left in the third quarter. So getting kind of close to our final quarter of the year potentially for both of these units. So swing pass on the back end, and Green has it and just tries to throw it, and it just bounces to the turf. Luckily, that play didn't end in disaster.
They had the double pass called, and we were wide open.
Down the field with Gomez, and just couldn't get there.
Couldn't get it to him. You said, Coach, let's bring out some trick plays. Well, he must have been listening to you, Zach, because he gave it a whirl.
And it looks like they called Green down before the ball came out, so it will be a tackle for a loss there. And, again, it is a very tricky play, and, it results in a loss of yardage right there. But here comes Colbus, 3rd down, about 13. Ball hits the floor. He has time still, trying to make some room, and makes a good throw to Tristan Rhymes, who almost catches it over a defender, but the ball just bounces to the turf. So trying to get crafty and trying to make a big play there, but that drive really didn't result in much.
No, that's kind of disappointing. We get them stopped on their trick play and with the fake punt, and then we trick ourselves and end up losing too much on that double pass.
Oh, and the punt snap is gone in the backfield, and Lopez tries to pick it up, and I think that's going to be recovered by Manor. Wow. So Manor will take over the ball at the 20-yard line inside Stony Point territory. So another fumble, a mistake. If you remember earlier in the game, there was a fumble down on the 1-yard line or so for Stony Point when they tried to go under center in a big-on-big package. But Stony Point's defense is being called to the bell once again, and Manor is injecting themselves with some of this momentum.
Yeah, you mentioned Uncle Mo right there. We got to do something about this. We need to stop the bleeding and make them attempt a field goal right here.
Get a turnover on their end. Stony Point has yet to turn the ball over. I have a couple chances, but it has not happened yet, except on downs. So handoff here to Carter, who shakes off a wimpy tackler, and that was Chimeo Onyaka, who, almost tried to make a play there. But on the play was number 26, Joaquin Mendez, and he makes the good play. Again, a sophomore for this Stony Point team. So we're definitely seeing a lot of these younger players being, asked to do things that they're going to be asked to do for the next 2 years, and this is such a game for them to kind of finish the season off with in high regards. And snap here.
All right.
Quick throw outside, nothing doing. That ball is going to be out of bounds and quickly creates a 3rd down and 5. So,
boy, we said we needed to, at most, give up a field goal attempt, and that's a couple good plays right there to put us in line for that. We need a big stop on 3rd down, make them make a decision what they want to do.
And, the way Manor's defense is playing, you might think this is 2 down or 4 down, 2 more down territory as it's in the 4th down. So 3rd down situation here for Manor. Fake handoff, and Zarvadas throws the ball in the back of the end zone. Incomplete pass there, so that was a little bit just way too out towards the track. I don't think anybody was going to be able to catch that either way. So we'll bring up a 4th down situation. I think the kicking unit will be on the field here. And not sure who is going to be kicking a field goal for this unit. But Stony Point got to be aware of a fake here, as it's happened a couple times already. But if you're Manor, you're thinking you got to extend this lead and make it not just a field goal score game. And Stony Point almost gets back there, but it looks like it.
That's going to be good.
Yeah, it curved in. And gives Manor the 16-12 lead. And that's just how it goes. I mean, the snap caused the defense holds. They get them to the 3rd, 4th down situation, but just the field position was too good there for them to not convert.
Well, we had great field position earlier and didn't do a whole lot with it, so kudos to them for taking advantage of that.
And drilling the field goal. It looked like it was swaying a bit right, but then it curved back in. So the kicker for Manor obviously doing a great job there to put them up by 4. So it's still a single-score game, but with that little extra point that Manor has, they are ahead by more than the field goal, which would make it difficult for Stony Point to just, want to take field goals from now on. So here we go. Manor getting ready to kick it off here. Need the tee, though. Kicker forgot the tee out there.
Yeah,
so
that would help.
Need that. But we'll see if we see another kick. Our return guys are up a little bit, as, a couple times it's bounced right at the 15-yard line. So they're right there waiting for it. Manor coming down. 1 minute and 22 seconds left in this one, folks, in this 3rd quarter. High arcing ball, and that's going to be caught right at the 22-yard line. And Gomez takes it up and it brings it out to about the 31-yard line. So not bad field position at all.
No. Be happy to start here.
And this offense just looking to get something going. Last time, unfortunately had a 3-and-out. So hoping to quickly move the ball down the field and just get going, because they're still in this game and their defense is playing well. It's just a matter of getting into the end zone more often than not. So field goal team has been out quite a bit for Stony Point. Attempted 3 field goals so far and only 1 touchdown. So looking to get into the end zone here. Tight formation here, Coach. You're thinking run.
Tight trips. Motion away from it.
And Gentry takes the ball outside, and he has some room to work, and he comes down the field.
Oh, boy, that should be face mask the way his head snapped around.
Yeah, I think that's going to be face mask. So, and it looks like, but he's okay, which is a good sign. But I do think that just the way the face move, that's going to be a face mask 15-yard penalty.
That's got to be.
And Gentry, has a couple big runs here, a couple runs for losses, but he takes that one, gets a couple blocks, and this run game is starting to heat up a little bit. Yep, face mask or face pull. So be an extra 15 here for Stony Point, and they will be taking the ball onto the Manor side of the field. So a little bit of shift here, and now if you're Stony Point, got to feel a little bit better on the other side of the field.
Yeah,
now let's make something happen.
We got to do something about the momentum. We got to shut them down. Well, now we got a little bit going right here.
So tight formation again. Trips to the outside. Again, a brief handoff, but Kennecobbas pulls, and he gets a good amount gain right there for 8 yards. A good read option on that one. And that's something that's, huge in high school level is the read option, because you essentially take away one defender without having to block them and can just make a play, especially if you got a good quarterback who can run the ball.
No doubt.
Now we have twins to both sides, the ace formation, Gentry right to the right of Calbas. So Calbas takes a step back, and he delivers a strike out to Gomez, who loves that out route, and good blocking on the outside by Freeman. So a designed out route, he lines up on the inside slot, runs the out route, and just gets the ball. So 16 seconds left on the clock. Chains will force that to stop for the time being until they get set, and then they'll go. But we do see Stony Point getting ready to line up. So we'll probably actually have to see, 14 seconds left. They'll definitely attempt to call a play, but nope, we'll see it roll down to the fourth quarter, actually, folks. So quickly here, I'm going to try to bring up some scores for us, because I know that everybody is on the edge of their seats looking for that. There's a lot of implications towards this game, Coach. We talked about it a little bit. It's going to be way too difficult to get into, but looking at some games nearby, right now, McNeil continuing to roll. It is the fourth quarter with 2 minutes and 37 seconds left. They're up 31-0 against Cedar Ridge. So
not a surprise.
Yeah, not a surprise.
To the Mavs.
Looking like they'll make their first playoff appearance since 2004. So good for them. Vandergrift has extended their lead on Westwood 31-0. So it was 10-0 at half, and looks like 21 points just kind of came out of nowhere because they're just starting the fourth quarter with 8 minutes left there. And then another really good game going on the iHSFAN network right now.
Round Rock game? How's that going?
Round Rock's and Vista Ridge right now is knotted up 14-14 in third quarter with about 4 minutes left. So, folks, feel free to jump back and forth between the Westwood game as well as the Round Rock game whenever you're tuning into iHSFAN. It's all on YouTube. It's all on iHSFAN presented by Covert Forward. So feel free to like and subscribe to us. We'd love to hear any comments or any likes from you guys. But please make sure to hit that subscribe button. Super excited to bring this to y'all. And this is probably going to be one of the last games that we get to do as a unit. But man in motion here for Stony Point. And Gentry loves that outside, tries to bust it again. He gets into block and takes it outside, gets a first. I don't know if they're going to call that a first down or not, but he gets close enough to the first down. It will be a 2nd down and 2. Ball at the 21-yard line. So Gentry now, like Coach, you kind of mentioned earlier and later in the game, the run game becomes more of a factor for this unit, and we're seeing that happen right now.
Starting to lean on them a little bit up front. Those guys who are making all those plays early in the game, they're not showing up quite the way they were.
So trips formation down to the bottom of your screen here, and another handoff to Gentry. And this one doesn't go much, and the spot is going to be not moved at all. So it'll be a 3rd down and 1 situation. Again, needed 1 yard, didn't get it, got back to the line of scrimmage, though, so it's going to be a 3rd down 1. So 3rd down and 1 here, everyone.
There's a time where you'd say this is a goal line package when number 53 comes in for 26. But we'll see how they play this.
So Calbas has a deep man open, wide open, and that is Freeman who walks into the end zone, and that is a touchdown. So, apologies, Joaquin Pena, number 15. He is a junior right now, so a sophomore. So another sophomore for this team unit. It's 19, apologies. Willie Freeman.
It is Freeman.
Want to give you guys the right guy because it's super important, especially because Willie Freeman is a senior. So great job for him to find the end zone. And even better, putting the Tigers up in this game. And here comes the kick. Extra point. Looks good. is good. So, and just like that, folks, the game score is now 19-16, a 3-point lead for Stony Point, and they keep cooking.
Okay. 10:55 left in the game. It's going to be really, really very good.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
Very good. Good for them.
Yeah, good for the Mavs. Obviously, some ties here for both me and Coach Bouchon. That's where
I coach Zach.
Yep. So definitely happy to see them get in there selfishly. But at the same time, everybody deserves their day, right? So Stony Point, Manor, still got some things to do here. But
hey, Zach, speaking of, I just thought about it. One of my old players from when I coached at Anderson, touchdown maker Mark Baker, he's the running backs coach at MacLeod.
That's awesome, yeah.
And so he's probably pretty excited right now. Congratulations, Mark.
And I played with Justin Ward, who's now coaching at MacLeod too, so shout out him, yeah.
That was one tough dude.
So here we go. We got a kickoff here situation for the Tigers, and they're booting it short. Interesting call here, but the ball bounces, and, a shot for Stony Point to potentially get that, but just a short boot there, and Manor will begin their drive here in the fourth quarter with about 10 minutes, 54 seconds left at the 31-yard line.
Boy, that's one thing that just makes your skin crawl when you see that ball hit the turf and bounce up and no one's getting it, and those guys are on a full run, and it's like, gosh, just grab the ball and get out. We don't care if you run with it or just get it.
Just, especially on a kickoff, because once that ball travels past 10 yards, it's anybody's ball who can get there first. So Stony Point coming out here, 3 down linemen, and Manor sending a man in motion. And it looks like a screenplay here. Ball gets thrown out of bounds, though. Zarvadots felt the pressure from Iverson Collins, who, again, is a senior for Stony Point. So, this defense is filled with, most of their older guys. A lot of guys they will rely on, a couple younger players as well. But really going to have some big holes to fill next year in terms of this defensive.
And that was a great job by Chima right there by going with the back again. We saw it in the first half where he ran with the back because the lineman just gave him too easy of a release. He did it again.
And he's just making his presence felt any way possible there, just getting in the backfield multiple times. And the ball is out of reach for Buck, as, Buck got that big touchdown on that other play. But Zarvadot's trying to find him there, unable to connect. And, Chimeo and Yaka, he's playing fantastic right now, making his presence felt every single play, getting back there. He's not necessarily making the play, but he's definitely making it harder for them to make plays.
Yeah, when Zardovets isn't on his spot and he has to move off it, he's a lot different quarterback.
So here comes the snap. 3rd down and 10 here for Manor. And Manor's quarterback, Zarvadots, takes off and runs, and he gets stuffed up right at the, I believe that's the 34-yard line. And we're going to take a quick break here in the action. I'm going to bring you some commercials, but we'll be right back.
Longtime MacLeod parent Brian Kerman is a realtor who works for RE/MAX Capital City. Brian is involved in helping Round Rock families buy, sell, invest, and lease properties in the greater Austin area. He has been doing so for over 24 years. As a thank you to the community, he will be honored to donate $1,000 to your favorite booster club or other 501c3 if you use him and you close on a property. We hope you will contact Brian for all of your real estate needs at 512-921-4490 or at briankerman@remax.net. You are listening to Round Rock ISD football presented by Covert Ford. Now let's head to the field with Zach Epstein.
So we're back here, folks. It is going to be a 4th down for Manor, and Tristan Rhymes, the punt returner for Tigers, is back at his own 35-yard line, so expecting a pretty nice punt here. We've seen a an array of punts from this punter back here. A couple short, very long punts as well. So we'll see what he gives us on this one. And low snap here. And a deep booming punt. Good one. And Tristan has some room to work here. He sticks his feet still on him and gets down to the 30-yard line. So a nice return there. Made a man miss and just, was able to field it. But it gives the ball back to Stony Point, who had just, walked down, scored a touchdown, and has 10 minutes, 11 seconds to try to milk as much time off this clock as they can.
They need to go down and score because we've seen that they've got plenty guys who can stretch the field as far as now. I'll tell you this: if we keep putting a pressure on them with our defensive line, it's going to be hard.
Absolutely. So Gentry takes the ball outside. He's got room to work. He loves that outside to the left, and it almost gets about the same yardage every play, about 8 to 10 yards. So good job there. 2nd down and 2 for Stony Point. Got to love that your offense is cooking a little bit early, and the time continues to roll here, 10 minutes and counting.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to speed things up right now, Zach.
Don't need to rush yourself, but also understand it is important to score here. Things would be a lot easier if you do. So 2nd down and about 2. Run play up the middle for Gentry gets nowhere, and it will bring up a 3rd down and 1 for Stony Point, looking to extend this drive further and not, get out on a turnover on down situation, 3 and out.
Yeah, we don't need that right now. We need to definitely get a 1st down right here, not put the coach in a bind to make a decision. Do we go for it or anything? Let's just get it right here. Last time it was 3rd and short. We went over the top.
So Kalbas hands it off to Gentry. He's looking for the outside again. He does get it, and he gets a 1st down. So clock continues to run here, and that will be a 1st down for Stony Point. And then once they get the chain set, the clock will continue to run 9 minutes and 20 seconds. So trying to take, again, as much time off the clock as they can to get, give Manor as little time as they can with the ball. But ultimately, the biggest goal here is to get in the end zone.
Yeah, we need to just go down and score, even if we have to go over the top. And when they're trying to play us tight. So
Bolton gets drilled in the backfield. And that's a big play by Manor, defensive interior right there. That looks like number 62. Number 63, Grecian Hall. So he did really good right there getting in there.
That's Grayson.
Grayson Hall, sorry.
Yeah, one of the coaches, they always coach us up on some of the names that we want to make sure we get right.
Yep.
And he said, that's Grayson, so.
Grayson, apologies there, but good tackle.
Yeah, it was. He smoked us in the backfield.
So Kalbas drops back to pass, has some time, delivers a strike over the middle of Gomez. Gomez cuts it up. He loves going across field. He makes someone miss and continues to do, and he slips on his own feet, but got eaten up by the turf monster. But after a massive gain there, so that is a 30-yard gain pretty much, and it goes down to the 34-yard line of Manor and keeps the clock rolling and keeps the momentum rolling for Stony Point.
Not good. He limped off the field right there, Zach. I don't know if you saw that, but he's down on the sidelines, hoping he's okay, maybe just a cramp like we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, we'll hopefully see him return to the game. We'll give you guys updates on that going forward. But going into hurry up a little bit here. So Kenneth Kalbas takes the snap, hands it off to Bolton. Bolton doesn't get much again. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, though. So, easily just kind of tough sledding in the middle of the field for Stony Point's run offense. It's been a little bit
not
hit or
much
miss.
Going there.
Yeah,
yes, no doubt.
And so they've relied on the pass game a lot tonight, which has been open. And Kenneth Kalbas is finding men. He found Gomez in the middle of some zone coverage there and was just a beautiful ball. That's exactly what you need to find is the window. So Kalbas hands it off to Bolton, who tries to bounce it outside. Not much doing, but he shakes off a tackler, and clock continues to run, but it will be a 3rd down and 11 situation for Stony Point. And
I'm thinking without Gomez on the field right now, I'm thinking there's got to be a way we can get it to old number 14 again, some way, somehow.
Absolutely. And I do see Gomez. I think, he's walking around on the sideline right now. So good news there. But exactly what you said, Coach. Get the ball to your playmakers and let them go out. I mean, we haven't been running the ball too well tonight, so it's got to be in the air. And that's exactly what happens. Callbus takes the snap, and he throws it out to Rhymes. He's got him just a little bit outside, and maybe a potential penalty call should have happened. Saw little bumps, but no call. Brings up a 4th down and 11 situation, and now it's decision time for Coach Cheshire. Kind of in no man's land, though, and defense has been playing well, so it looks like, Callbus might just do that punt where he takes a step back. And pretty good punt by Callbus.
Gonna pin him.
And really good play. That is, wow, that
was almost unbelievable.
That was exactly, Coach. A couple inches more towards the field. That would have been an absolutely amazing play.
Who was that gave great effort? Was that?
That's one of the Freemans, Alex Freeman. Yeah.
Wow, that was unbelievable effort right there.
Yeah, good job. Apologies, Willie Freeman. I can't get you, Willie. Apologies, man. But Willie Freeman, again, he's a senior wide receiver out there. He's got a brother, Alex, who's a sophomore. But, great effort right there, especially on potentially your last game.
17 sophomores tonight. Or 16 or 17. That is absolutely nuts.
And here we go. Carter takes the ball, tries to bounce it outside, and he gets about 5 yards. So that's pretty consistent what he's been doing all night tonight. Number 4 is, definitely been toting the rock pretty well for them. And it brings up a 2nd down and 5. And Manor definitely doesn't have to rush here, as they have plenty of time on the clock to go down and do what they need to do.
Yeah, they just need to go down and kick a field goal, and we need to keep them from it. But time's not an issue.
Handoff again here, and this time not anything happening, and that's going to be a 2-yard gain here. So it brings up a 3rd down and 4 for the Manor Mustangs, and it's crunch time, Coach, so we're probably going to see some 4th down plays, people going for it, maybe some trickery again. It's getting to that point in the season. So here we go. Zarvadats hands it off again, but he does a run-pass option, trying to get the corner, and he jumps and just jumps for about a loss of 3 yards there. So it will be a 4th down and 4 situation. And Zarvadats just tried to get the corner, and I think he thought that he was a little bit further down the field than he was.
Yeah, that's tough call right here. They got plenty time if they punt it away and use their time, burn their timeouts and
get a stop
them.
Yep.
They got time to go through it, but
they're going for it, and only 3 yards to gain here, so definitely thinking that. And it looks like they had a man open, but Zarvadats takes off and run. He's got plenty of room to work, and he's got some speed. He takes it all the way onto the other side of the field here, so he makes up for his attempt to get a 1st down on the last play, which was a result of negative yardage, and he gets plenty of yards here, Coach, and sets them up sitting pretty on the 45-yard line of Stony Point.
Yeah, that was we get pressure up the field, and once he broke contain, we had nobody for him. Nobody
was there, and he had Carter, on the slip swing route for the running back. Nobody was out covering him. He just decides, I'm just going to take this myself. Ends up being a great decision for Manor, and now they're in business, continuing this play. So Manor, again, trying to make something happen, throws to his capable running back, but great coverage there by Reed Hoyle, the sophomore linebacker, number 28. So he does a good job out there all alone and straps him up. Yes, sir. He puts the seatbelt on him.
Yes, sir. And Zardovets throws such a nice ball when he's not on the run or he's not rushed or anything. But that's the only time I've seen him have a real difficult time this evening was when he has to move around. Now,
And
when he's taken off and ran,
that's a different story. Yep.
yes.
So twins out to each side. Handoff up the middle. Fake handoff, though, and he just tries to bomb it, and that's going nowhere to anybody. So defense was all over him on that play, and we do see a 3rd down and 10 now for Manor. And they're, this is a little bit different than going forward on 4th and 3, Coach.
Yes,
going
sir.
on 4th and 10. So, hopefully.
But you got 2 downs to get
Of
it there,
course.
so you can, get 5 to 7 yards on this down and 4th and 3 again.
So, again, that twins formation here for Manor. Draws back to pass and coming here with some defensive line moves. And he finds a man open on the other side of the field, just some backyard football stuff, running out to the side and just pointing to someone that, you're open. It gets a 1st down. So, again, moving the clock here and moving the ball.
He just wanted to make sure and show me that I'm wrong. 'Cause
Yeah.
I just mentioned he'd had a hard time throwing on the run when he was off his spot. Well, he did a beautiful job and threw a great ball right there when we got him off his spot.
Mm-hmm. So he's definitely been able to make some plays this drive, Zarvadots has. And so Zarvadots takes the snap here, 4 minutes to go, hands it off to Carter. Carter does his work and gets about 5 again. So they're moving the ball easily right now, stopping themselves a few times, but definitely out there for a while. So this defense is going to have to make a stand at some point, and they got to do it sooner rather than later.
No doubt. I know their field goal kicker can obviously kick one because he has, but I'd like to see him push his limits on how deep he can kick.
Yes, sir, Coach. You got that right. So Zarvadots takes the snap again, handoff to Carter up the middle, and Carter has some room to work. He might bounce this one outside a little bit, but ran out of bounds by Micah Miller. Micah Miller did a great job holding contain on the outside, or else that would have been almost 6. So it is enough for a 1st down, however. So 1st down from the 22-yard line here. And 3 minutes, 18 seconds left. 19-16 is your score, with Stony Point up 19 and Manor down 19-16.
And I don't know how far they need to get in field goal range, Zach, but I have a sneaky suspicion they're getting pretty close.
They definitely, they probably are feeling good about where they are right now, just maybe wanting to line it up for them. But got plenty of time to continue to move this drive down the field, but got to understand that this field goal kicker kicked one away from earlier, and it looked like it could have been good from far away. So obviously trusting your kicker is something you got to be willing to do. But right here, looking like this might be a good spot for him at the 22-yard line. So 2nd down and about 9 here. Zarvadots throws a man out wide. Coming now with pressure, and a big hit delivered by Isaiah Cantrell. But again, not enough to stop them on the 1st down. So that will be a 1st down here, folks. And it will be a 1st and goal. So 1st and goal with 2 minutes and 35 seconds left in this game. And now Manor probably thinking we need to milk this as much as we can. And Stony Point might be thinking they need to use some timeouts soon. Both teams with 3 timeouts each. And Manor throws it out wide. Nothing there. So that gets eaten up in the backfield for a loss of about 2. It will be 2nd down and goal from the 12-yard line.
I'm thinking after this play, Coach is going to call a timeout to give themselves more time.
Just in case. I mean, you still have the lead, right? But this is obviously a situation where if you give up a touchdown, you're running thin on time.
Well, if they kick a field goal from here, it's not asking that much, but now it's tied up.
And here we go. Zarvadots gets gobbled up and gets the ball out, and number 26, Joaquin Mendez, another sophomore linebacker, making the play there. So, they're all over the field tonight, Coach, but it does create a 3rd down and about 12 to go from the goal.
I wonder what Villalba's thinking right now on the sidelines. If he's thinking, I sure hope they score a touchdown, or if he's thinking, man, I sure would like to be a hero and kick a field goal to tie this thing up. You know what I'm saying,
I
Zach?
absolutely know what you're saying. I don't see him warming up. Usually, you
Yeah,
see
that's kind of what I'm curious about.
Usually, yeah, Coach, you see them warming up on the sidelines before just kicking through the net. But here's a big play right here, folks. 3rd down and 10 and 12. And Zalvadot's, again, he's on his horse. He's trying to make a play and does his best Vince Young impression, faking the pump fake, and gets gobbled up. So it will be a 4th down and 10. Decision time. I think the easy decision here is just to kick the field goal. Obviously, if you want to win the game, this is another story. So I think they're feeling confident with their kicker, and Coach Cheshire is letting the clock roll a little bit here. No kicker, Coach.
Well,
this is it.
I have no idea why they wouldn't
This is it. So
try and kick a field goal.
Timeout here by Cheshire. So I was hoping we would see something soon. Both coaches kind of playing a little stalemate there, but Cheshire ultimately takes a timeout because he wants his unit to be as prepared as possible for this 4th down and 11 situation.
Zach, do you see number 81 on the sidelines? I don't even see him.
I do see him. He's down at the very end there.
Okay.
Yep,
all right.
Yep, he's there. But again, Victor Villalba, he kicked one through earlier and looked like it could have been good from about 40, about 40, but definitely a deep kick, and it split the uprights. So
well, this is just essentially this is an extra point for him.
Yes.
So
we might have some intel on the game going. So if anybody's listening to the broadcast, just know that they're not making the ball.
I don't think. I think they're going to try and get us to jump. Man, we're making a real brave statement.
Yeah, I think so, Coach.
Yeah.
So, anyways, here comes Manor Mustangs, 4th down situation.
Yeah.
Yep, and Villalba is now kicking through the uprights. So,
golly, that's a good call on you, Zach. They're not going to snap the ball.
They still might not be. So, yep, they won't do it.
All right.
Timeout, and we'll see the kicking unit come out to the field for Manor. So they were just hoping to get a little closer, and now we'll get to see this kicker.
Yeah.
He's obviously made one before. Villalba is a junior.
Yeah.
So we'll see him come out here and see if he can get the tie. The good news is for Stony Point is no matter what, you don't lose on this play, which is a good sign because you can take it to overtime and anything can happen there. But you have the lead. You're up by 3. You're not up by 2. So
I'll tell you this as well. If they want to go victory defense and play prevent and stay off after tying it up right here, Stony Point Tigers have a quarterback and 2 receivers that can make them pay and get down the field in a hurry. 55 seconds is plenty time.
Absolutely, and would love to see Gomez if he's able to return.
Exactly.
So hopefully that will be the case.
All right. Let's take a look at this whole thing right here. See what happens.
And so this is a huge play right here. Villalba is back to kick, and he blocked! It's blocked! It's a blocked kick! Oh, my gosh! Wow. And that was number 29, Monte Gentry comes off with the block kick. I'm sorry, number 25. That is Isaiah Cantrell. He comes off. Tristan Butler. I apologize again. That is Tristan Butler. He made the block kick, saved the game, and Stony Point is shocking Manor Mustangs as all the fans are looking around wondering, how did that just happen? And when you needed it most, Coach, it came through. A blocked kick to seal this one, and not yet, obviously. But
not yet, because they have 3 timeouts left. We have to run 3 plays. We're going to then they're going to make us punt it. And they're going to have we're going to be backed up. And we got to make sure they don't block our punt or something like that, because there's more time left than
you get a first down, and I think the game might be out of reach. But that first down needs to happen.
But we can't take a knee. Mm-hmm. It's not a done deal yet. We're in victory formation, but
So victory formation, and with 2 timeouts left.
It says 3 timeouts left.
But they did take a timeout before the
Oh,
kick.
that is correct.
So
now it's down to ball game.
So
don't need a first down.
This game will end here today, folks, with Stony Point taking away a victory here, and Manor, obviously coming off a season tough game to end on. Just quickly as we wrap up here, folks, finals in other games going around the district. MacLeod, as we said before, beat Cedar Ridge and it basically cemented themselves into playoffs first time since 2004. Round Rock currently trailing Vista Ridge 21-14 with 2 minutes and 11 seconds left in that ball game. And Vandergrift ended up taking care of business against Westwood 38-7. So, folks, 2 minutes and 11 seconds left in the game. If you want to, feel free to jump over to the iHSFAN other broadcast, which is broadcasting that one live. You can take a look at how that one ends up. It does have some playoff implications. However, I do think with that MacLeod win, it does cement the final 4 teams going to playoffs with Vista Ridge, with MacLeod, Round Rock, Westwood, and Vandergrift all making the way into playoffs. However, it could be wrong. Don't hold me to that. But, Coach, just before we finish here, just would love to hear your thoughts on the game, the season, just really
Zach,
anything.
This has been absolutely a super way for these kids to finish their year. I feel bad for the seniors at Manor High School. They played their tails off tonight. They fought valiantly. It was a wonderful game. Not a big shootout, which, and I'm okay with that. A lot of people are like, well, if it's not 40 points, this is something I really enjoyed watching. 2 good teams getting after it. Neither team had much chance to advance into the high school playoffs, and they just played their guts out.
Yep.
They fought, and nobody laid it down. I didn't see any kids, act like jerks because we're almost done anyway. I'm going to act stupid. Kudos to both coaches for getting their kids to come play so hard and with a lot of integrity tonight. It's tough.
And you see the seniors standing up right now.
Yes.
For Stony Point on your screen here, folks. They are being recognized for all their contributions, and I'm getting goosebumps myself right now just thinking about, the last time that these kids will be putting on shoulder pads for most of them. Obviously, a few of them will be taking their talents to schools next year, which best of luck as well. But, Coach, it's always so emotional to, finish your high school career, because how much time do you think you put into as a student being at the school? You're there probably 75% of your high school. I mean, honestly, it's 6 a.m. till about 6 p.m. every night, maybe even later, and then, coming in on weekends and that sort of deal. So it's such a huge commitment, and just to end it is always an interesting feeling, because it's like, it's just like something that you love so long, it's just gone. And so it's very emotional. I feel like I'm getting emotional up here too, Coach, but just love to see the seniors being recognized for their work.
Yeah, I agree completely with everything you said. I'm excited that I had a chance to work with you. I'm very appreciative of that. Had a great time. Sorry I almost gave you COVID a few weeks back that you had to fight through, but it's been absolutely a blast doing this. I want to thank everybody who's listened to us, and all my friends and Stony Point fans who've listened to us throughout the season. It's really, really, really a cool deal that Round Rock ISD has done this for these kids to have this.
Be able to see it, share with their families, and I hope,
unbelievable.
Love it, and that's why we do it. We love it. Truly, again, Coach couldn't reiterate as much how much this season has meant to us being able to bring it to you guys, but truly hope the best for all the seniors going forward, and especially this team going forward next year and the year after. They're going to be a tough team to handle, finishing the year off 5-5 and 4-3 in district. So really, really good results in terms of being able to put together a good program. For Coach Cheshire, he's got a lot of things to look forward to. But just to let y'all know, it looks like Round Rock was able to go down and score, so it is 21-20 there right now. So feel free, again, like I said, to join on that broadcast. It looks like that might be heading to overtime potentially, but a big play there. So we will end that one here for us today, folks. Super happy, again, like I said, to bring us a win and be able to share a final moment with these seniors. We see some of the Manor seniors right now just savoring it in, taking it all in the last moments that they have on this field in their uniforms, and it is truly just sad. I'm going to be completely honest. It's a tough one to see, and you just gotta admire these kids for the effort they put in. But Coach, it's been a pleasure. For the last time this season, I'm going to be signing off. Thank you so much for watching us. We appreciate you guys. Please like and subscribe to the channel. My name is Zach Epstein, joined by Coach Mickey Bouchong. We appreciate y'all, and have a good rest of your night.